need that sports encyclopedia. Where you at, Steve Kim? Got Trent in the cut.
What are you?
He's the best.
Yeah.
He's a master motivator.
I'm a master motivator. I ain't no regular ass motivator. I'm a fucking master.
Coaches tried to make practice so hard that the game was less intrusive. Like they coached you that way. Like people think, well, they were just yelling. No, they were trying to put you under stress and put you in under duress so that when you got in the game, you could mentally handle adversity.
If you go through JUCO and you make it out of JUCO, you can make it anywhere.
I respect the hell out of you to see that you're doing what you're doing and still doing what you're doing for real, the way you do it, man. From day one, you had the same enthusiasm. You keep the same enthusiasm, and it's fucking contagious.
In my opinion, I think Shedeur Sanders is the best deep ball in college football. I don't think
he's. Can you just say something nice about Shedeur Sanders?
I love talking ball. It's nice to connect with guys that are like-minded and just are real and genuine.
And I'll proudly stand up next to you all. God bless America.
You said belt to ass, T-Rich. You got the belt around you.
Smitty and Jason Brown. To the Coach JB Show.
We are in the building. Hopefully we got sound and can't do much about it yesterday. All right, we were handcuffed. We had no sound yesterday, and it is what it is. We couldn't do anything about it. Our middleman StreamYard was down. If you look at Twitter and see that everybody lost audio. So we got what we could get in. So we appreciate you joining all the videos and watching those videos yesterday. We had a classic one. Female going at me, very mad about me going at her. So we had all that to deal with yesterday. So shout out to everybody hanging around. But we got a loaded lineup. It is Work Boot Wednesday. Noel Mazzoni, Coach Gio, Coach Fred. We're gonna evaluate some more film. Eye in the Sky Don't Lie. We got a lot of good quarterback film that people have sent us over the past week. We got tons of film sent by kids that want us to evaluate their film. So we will do so every Wednesday. Plus, we'll try to get to a little bit of NFL film as we get ready for tomorrow's Thursday night matchup on Amazon Prime. So that's a huge one. Rams, 49ers. We're going to dive into that as well. But let's dive into it real quick because will Bill Belichick be the next head coach at the University of North Carolina? Can he recruit? I see he's a master recruiter. He got a 24-year-old girl on his hip. I think he's a master recruiter. See, don't get it twisted. Bill Belichick's going to surprise some of you, but I still don't believe he's going to do it. I'm still standing on business, contrary to all the chat casuals in here yesterday. JB, you're wrong, admit it. Well, he hasn't taken the job yet. Slap dicks. But anyway, Randy Moss is rumored to have liver cancer after Larry Fitzgerald tweeted at his father, Larry Fitzgerald Sr., to delete his post regarding Randy Moss's health concerns. Caitlin Clark wins Time Athlete of the Year and says she has white privilege. Can't wait to dive into that. Jemele Hill says Mina Kimes will absolutely dog walk most men when it comes to football. But before we begin, man, let's get our main man in the business in this thing because we got a load of the show and our one and only co-host extraordinaire, Naptown's finest, 317 East Sider. Far East Sider, LeBron hairline having, IR5 defending, Lamar Jackson swinging, and Caitlin Clark loving our main man, Big Smitty. Pop him in.
What's going on, world? What's going on? We back. Can y'all hear me? Is the sound up? Is the sound up?
What?
What's wrong? Is your sound not working?
I don't like your sound.
My sound's perfect, homie. What's going on?
Just so low. It sounds soft, no energy. Just I don't like the vibe.
Energy is very high. It's not always about coming here just screaming, just to scream. You know what I'm saying? Give me something to yell about, and I'll do that. Right now, we're having a discussion. The show just started. I'm excited. We live here. So what's today? Wednesday? It's Wednesday or it's weekend.
I like this intro better than the old intro where you came in like, and all that. I like this better. It's better.
That's why we're doing it.
I don't know. We'll see.
That's why we're doing it. You know what I'm saying?
We'll see.
Smooth. It's more professional. You know what I'm saying? Listen, I'm getting old, JB. I can't be coming on the show screaming every fucking show. Let's say this thing goes on for 5, 6, 7 years. I just scream every single show. I can't do that. I'm more than somebody who just screams on the show. I'm coming here and giving y'all my.
Let's say you make like $1 million a year on this show. You come in like doing the splits.
If you make $1 million a year, I fucking do a lot on this show.
Do what?
A year. I do a lot on this show. Homie, give me $1 million a year.
What's a lot?
I mean, you name it. I'll let you know if I do it.
Now you would do whatever I named.
I don't know. I mean, you name it, I'll let you know if I do it.
No, you'd have to.
Well, I don't know about whatever. There's a line. White privilege. You're right. White privilege.
What?
That's white privilege.
But now we pay. I pay.
It's gonna be a good show, y'all. Load the show. There's gonna be a lot of arguing. I feel like it's gonna be some breakdown, some film breakdown. I think a little bit of football, looking at some highlights, looking at some young guys' plays, man, high school plays, things like that. It's about to be a loaded show. So make sure y'all subscribe, become a member, because we might go. Listen, Bailey runs the whole behind the scenes, y'all. So we might go members only. I don't know. At the end of the day, it's up to him. He might go members only at 30 minutes, might go members only in an hour. So if you're not a member, there's certain things that you're not privy to. So just become a member so you got all access to everything, and we're gonna keep the show rolling, man. Let's get it.
What's different about my mic?
Sounds good to me. I mean, I think in the beginning it was a little hot because you came off, yelling and screaming. It was a little hot, but it was good though to me.
Your mic sounds horrific. Let me see. I'm gonna put it up here, man. Sound better like this? Yeah. See, Bailey likes it up here. I don't like it. Sags my shit, and the girls don't like the shit sagging.
Yeah. I mean, it's all preference. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Next time keep it where it's at because I like it the way it was last time. Bailey likes it this way, but you went with Bailey because Bailey's like he's your mini me, which I understand. I'm still working on finding my little mini me to come on, just be my guy too.
Like a midget?
Just a mini me.
Can I say that? Can I say midget? I think I can.
You gotta call him little person, but like
no, I think I can call him midget now because Trump won.
Well, one, he's not in office yet. Number one. Number two, I don't think all the phrases and stuff that you once used to say in 2000, it's just gonna bounce back because Trump's in office. Like it ain't that type of situation. I would just as your friend, I wouldn't go back. I wouldn't go back to January just saying stuff that you think you could say because Trump is in office now and like Trump ain't walking with you in the streets daily. Trump ain't with you every day. He's just the president of the country. That don't mean he's with you every single day, every situation. So certain words, don't say certain words, y'all in the chat. Don't go around calling black people the N-word because you'll still get beat up real bad. So I'm just trying to protect y'all from saying certain things because y'all think
now certain things there shouldn't be but it shouldn't be like
but since your man's is in office.
Can I say the R? Can I say the R word?
A lot of y'all.
Who's y'all?
Y'all can just get away with saying a lot of just shit now because your boys in office. This happened last time too. You might have not seen it because you can't tell me no. I'm telling you what my people be seeing. So a lot of y'all just think y'all can just say whatever and shit because your boys is leading the show. So let's make sure we still keep things respectful. We keep things smoothing, moving fairly, and we good. We good.
What can I say? The R word?
I don't know what that is.
You're not smart. Word.
I know what you're saying. I was gonna try to make you say it just now, but I mean,
why
listen.
Why did you try to set me up like
that? You can say whatever you want to say. Just understand that with everything you say, there are consequences and repercussions. At the end of the day, say whatever you want to say.
Can I say? All right.
You can say whatever you want to say. Put it like this: if you think the word that you want to say is going to effectively help grow the show, go ahead and say it.
The F word.
If you think that's gonna help the show and we're gonna get brands and get money and like blow up, then do it. Up to you. That should be a good rule of thumb just from now on for JB. If you think what you're about to say is going to elevate your brand and the show's brand, please say it. But if deep down inside, because you're a smart man, if deep down inside, if you know that if I say this thing, it's probably not going to help my brand, Smitty's brand, or the show's brand, I'll probably keep it to myself. Because at some point, money got to make sense.
You see what Bailey said in the back?
Nah, I ain't see what Bailey said in the back. Till Bailey come on here and say it out loud.
See, the R and the F word should be used daily. I think they're great American words. I would love to use them right now on the show, but we're going to wait. We'll wait. Let's dive into it, man. We got a loaded lineup today, Smitty. And Bill Belichick is on the thumbnail. And Bill Belichick seems to be in conversation to become the head football coach of North Carolina, contrary to my belief. I said last week I doubted he would ever take it or even consider it. I said that he interviewed North Carolina brass, not was he interviewed. He interviewed them, not interviewed. He was the interviewer, not the interviewee. I said that he interviewed North Carolina for the simple fact that he's trying to get his son the job, which seems to still be on the table in his negotiation tactics as he decides if he wants to enter this world we now call semi-professional football, which we used to know as college football, that we now no longer recognize. Now, will he take it? Can he recruit in this current landscape? Question number one. He can land a 24-year-old female. So I believe he's a master recruiter. But can he land a 17 to 21-year-old player and his mama who make the decision based on how much money they want or how convenient it will be to transfer once he does sign and commit to a place like North Carolina? It is hard to fathom Coach Belichick in college at 72 years old. But maybe it's on his bucket list. Who knows, Smitty? I think his dad coached at North Carolina. I think if I can go back in time, I believe his dad coached there or went there. There's some correlation. Maybe he wants to check the box off on an amazing career. Say he coached Division I college. We will see. But what I do know is this, Smitty. He has never failed in his coaching career. And he's mentored guys like Nick Saban, developed guys like Tom Brady, and has a coaching tree that is as high as anyone's. At least it will be a conversation piece for us and for everyone else at the dinner table for months to come, at the very least. An interesting watch as this story unfolds over the next few days, Big Smitty, but what do I know?
We're going to see, JB. I want to comment on one note. I know we're going to go into this here in a minute, but just because you can recruit a nice young lady does not equally mean you can recruit in every other category, because getting a woman is easy, like, respectfully, especially nowadays, especially when you're Bill Belichick, though, when you're someone who's an all-time great, who may be the greatest. Women like men.
Didn't we have this conversation?
Women like men with power, and women like men with big brands and like money, of course. Obviously, number one. So you got he check off all those boxes. Hell yeah, he gonna get a woman. But these players, though, they don't give a hell about Belichick. Like you always say, half the players probably don't really even know Belichick like that, honestly, because they're so young and they were Bailey's age during the run of Patriots really out here balling. So like they care about how much you gonna pay me in NIL. Point blank period.
You trying to go viral. You trying to go viral. I see what you're doing.
Who?
You trying to go viral.
I ain't trying to go viral. I'm keeping it real, homie.
No, you're not. Because keeping it real, we already had this conversation and it did go viral. Because if you can get some pussy, you can recruit. So we talked about this already, homie. It's not rocket science, dog. That's fact.
That's said fact. That, but the more I'm thinking about it,
we had people making shows about that take. It's fact.
In this landscape, it's not the same. I think in your landscape, it was a fact. And this, for all the fans who don't remember this moment, check it out.
If you can't go get no pussy, you cannot recruit. Keep it 100. And I used to fire coaches. Hey, coach, when last time you had some pussy? Shit, coach, been fired. Fuck out of here. I'm being real, homie. If you can't get no pussy, you can't recruit.
Listen, I think that was a fact back in the days, but now it's just the landscape is totally different. It's not about just using your mouthpiece, right? Pause and going to a player and just tell them everything they need to hear. Talk to their mama and tell everything. No, because now it's like, all right, Coach Belichick.
So what you just said,
where the money at?
What you just said is true, maybe, right? In this current landscape, but doesn't that also show that this old head can manipulate a young mind? Doesn't that say he can sell Eskimo to ice to an Eskimo? Doesn't that say I can sell you a pipe dream because of what I've done and where I've been? Come on, dog. This is all goes back to getting pussy.
But the thing about the relationship that's different, right, is that he has some elements that he can fully control when it comes to her, right? At the end of the day, maybe Bill good with the mouth game. Maybe Bill is giving her money and buying her gifts.
Is now controlling these kids.
Bill is still knocking her down at 72, and he's taking the blue pill. He's still
Viagra's a hell of a drug.
Right. There's certain things he can't control when it comes to recruiting athletes and players. So that's the difference. When it comes to a lady, he can do a lot to keep her motivated, keep her interested. But he can't do everything when it comes to these players, JB. You know that. If North Carolina ain't got, if they don't have all the money that he need, if a player wants to get $7 million and North Carolina only got $5 million, well, hell, it ain't too much that Bill can do about that. But when it comes to his woman, his 24-year-old woman, he can buy her a bag, buy her a purse. He can do whatever he needs to do to make her happy.
You know you're sounding like crazy, right? You know you're saying everything he can buy those kids too. I could buy the kid a car. I could buy the kid a house. I could buy the kid a Lamborghini. That's all legal now, homie. What are you talking about?
But he's competing. He's competing with other schools who have more money.
It don't matter. You don't need, as long as you have some money. Here's what the other schools don't have. 7 of these.
That's NFL, homie.
Hey, like I said last week, you ain't gonna bring Tom Brady in. These kids may not know Tom Brady anymore, but guess what? They still know him now because he's on Fox every night, every Sunday, calling games. And he's gonna have Tom Brady go like this, and he's gonna have all these guys do like this. Nick
Tom
Saban,
Brady and Belichick, they cool, but they not real cool like you think. He's not out here helping North Carolina recruit. He's helping Michigan recruit, homie. We just saw the big time quarterback, number one quarterback in the nation, commit to Michigan in large part, one, because of David Portnoy or whatever from Barstool, his investment. But we also, there's rumors that Tom Brady played an integral role in getting him to Michigan as well. He's not about to help.
He's got a whole other angle, dog. I know we heard him on McAfee and all that with his angle, but that angle makes sense because that's the angle I talked about on this show for how long? I said, man, this is a different angle. You got to go at these kids in a different mindset now. You got to go in a developmental mindset that I'm only going to have guys that can play in the NFL on my roster. I'm going to develop you for the NFL buddies of mine that are head coaches that's going to take you straight out of plucking you straight out of North Carolina, and now you're going to go straight to the NFL and be ready. Mentally, physically, everything you do here at North Carolina is going to be different than everywhere else in America because I know what I'm doing. Just telling you, dog.
The player going to say, okay, coach, that sounds great. So what, this question, I'm not trying to be disrespectful. Why did you struggle so bad once time left when it comes to developing players and picking players and things like that, coach?
Say what? Let me try what Jazzy said. Can I put this mic right here? What's it sound like, Smitty?
Let's see. Let's try it out. Let's see.
Yo. What up?
Keep going.
Yo. Jazzy, what up, Jazzy? Flash me real quick. Do it like this. Let me see. Does that work?
I mean, it worked. It work.
It don't sound the same?
Put it right here in the middle. Try this spot. Okay, there we go. I think this is going to work. I think this is the spot, I think.
Now it look like I got to.
Hey, why you playing, Bailey? It damn near sound crazy.
No, it does. Shut up.
Hold on.
Yo.
On the dead homies.
Nah, I look like a fucking coal miner, homie. That's like the light. You know the light I'm going through?
I kind of like it this way, homie.
I'll fuck with it. If it sound good, I'll fuck with it.
It do sound, Bailey. That do sound good, bro. Stop playing around. That no jokes.
Chad, no matter how good it is, Bailey like.
They don't like that. Bailey about everything.
You want to go 3 hours of your show looking like that? Go ahead.
I think it sound good.
It sounds fine, but it's apples and oranges as to where you move it, how it sounds. I just think you could turn it down at some point.
Turn it down? It's so loud like that?
Yeah, it's like you gotta just turn it down the setting.
Also, this thing works better up there.
Put the mic in like the other room.
The whole time, but
What about like this?
That's cool, homie. That's cool. Whatever you want to do is gonna make you comfortable with it. I'm still gonna cook you. Listen, the real reason why I think Belichick's actually going to coach in college, since we already on this right now, I believe he's trying to get reconnected.
I believe I can fly.
I think Bill Belichick is trying to get reconnected with the younger generation for 1 year to understand their minds, understand what they like, what they don't like. Go back to the NFL next year. Let his son take over North Carolina. Now, whenever he takes over his next team, whether it's the Jacksonville Jaguars or whoever it may be, now he'll have full power again wherever he goes. We know that head coach, GM, etc. So now as a GM, he'll be a better GM because he's already been in the college landscape and understand who's good, who's not, the whole landscape, just mindsets of the generation, and it may help improve him from a GM standpoint in the NFL, even from a coaching standpoint when it comes to correlating and relating to the locker room. Because one thing about these older coaches is that the belief, at least from the outside looking in, is that it's hard for them to relate and understand with the young generation, which is why you're seeing all the league go young. You're seeing that across the league. So I think this is Belichick's way of improving his skill set, because even a GOAT can get better. Like, no one's perfect, so even a GOAT can improve, and I think this is his way of just improving as a coach.
Can I give you what I think and say and what I've heard again? Yeah. Can I drop another thing that has
we want on the show?
So I broke that last week. I said this is what he did. He interviewed North Carolina. He didn't get interviewed. It still seems to be correct. I was actually still correct. It's contrary to belief that all the comments I saw last night, you were wrong and haven't admitted it yet. No, I haven't. No, I'm not wrong. He hasn't taken the job. So you're wrong. So shut the fuck up.
Man and a boo-boo.
And let me give you a little more insight that I've heard. He's stringing this along because of why? Does anyone know why? Does anyone know what time of the year it is right now? Does anyone understand what time of the year it is right now? Does anyone understand we're 3 weeks away from what we call Black Monday in the NFL, which is when everybody gets fired, and there's probably about 6 coaches in the NFL that are going to be fired. You understand why he's doing this, right? It shows the NFL and other people that this man wants to coach, and now his name is back in the media for coaches and GMs and owners to say, oh, shit, Belichick's still out there. This is a ploy that is done by his lawyers, managers, and agents, and I believe that is what's happening. He's staying relevant while he's working on getting his son the job at North Carolina. So, 2 things can be true.
You're welcome. So
I wouldn't be surprised if Belichick...
Like he's using North Carolina as like leverage to get a better opportunity in the NFL?
Not a better opportunity, a opportunity. I believe this is shit or get out the pot time. I don't believe people are knocking down his door because of his age or what have you, because of the demand that he requires from an ownership group. I want full autonomy. This is what I do. I walk in with 7 rings. I walk in with 7 rings, blah, 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 right? This is what I think the owner in the NFL is scared of. So he has to go a route about it, and he has to go, a roundabout way and stay relevant. If Mike Vrabel didn't get a job last year and you hired these guys that we saw, you know damn well it's going to be very, very hard for a guy, even with his resume. Pete Carroll sitting out there. Like, come on, man. This shit is blasphemy that they don't have jobs. If they want jobs and don't have them, to me, it's blasphemy. If they didn't want one, like Nick Saban or myself, guys that are just content sitting around chilling, then that's another ball game. If they want one and they've said it, then dog, they need to. It's blasphemy that they don't have one. I'm just telling you. I know Mike Vrabel's assistant coaching, but I'm talking about there was head jobs open last year that he didn't even get looked at for. Yeah, and to me, I don't understand it. This guy still wants to coach. He still looks like he can coach. And if he wants to do it, hey, man, I don't know how you say no to the guy that's arguably the GOAT. So, listen, I believe this is nepotism's 101. He's going to get his son a job, working on it. I wouldn't be shocked if he does take the job for 1 year to get his son in there. But I don't see him taking the job. I do not see him taking it. Like I said, I'm standing on business. But if he does, it wouldn't be more than a year. I just don't see it. But let's dive into the quote of the day, Smitty, because I got a poll question that's related to this. But let's dive into the quote of the day, brought to you by BetUS. Smitty, BetUS is where you go using our promo code CoachJB, a proud new sponsor that is powered by BetUS, and you can get 150% bonus today using our promo code CoachJB with protection on your purchase. So up to $2,000, use our promo code CoachJB and get ready. There's NBA on tonight, Smitty. You got the NFL tomorrow, big-time NFC West showdown that you and I will do a video on with BetUS. Rams, Niners, right in the mix of an NFC West title run. And you can bet it all at
BetUS right now, man. Do your thing, man. Ain't no better platform to go bet, make some money. Make money with me and JB right now on BetUS. But JB is talking my favorite segment of the day, the best segment of our 3-hour show. Quote of the day. I know you brought that heat. I know you rested well last night. I know you couldn't sleep, matter of fact, because you was thinking all night, what should my quote of the day be for Wednesday, knowing that we missed the Tuesday show, kind of missed because of some technical difficulties. What is the quote for the day? You got to be the top 5 right here.
I changed it, Bailey. My bad if you didn't know it, but yeah, you got it. Good. Smitty, shortcuts are most often the longest roads.
Oh, my damn. Oh, my damn. That was different. That was say it one more time. That was different.
Shortcuts are most often the longest roads. Every time you take a shortcut, it usually leads to the longest road. People don't realize, the shortest distance is to a place from place A to place B?
Straight down the middle.
Straight line, right?
Yep.
Far too often, dog, do we do all these shortcuts. I can make a right here, and then you get shanked up in the alley. I can make a left over here, and you end up at a biker bar and get fucked up. I can make a U-turn right here and get pulled over. I'm just telling you.
Telling you right now. Ding, 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 ding. New number one.
No,
best quote of all time. Shortcuts are most often the longest road. That's hard. Like a rapper should say that. Like Kendrick should add it to his next song.
Yeah,
that's
I got a trademark.
Line
I'm actually creating a T-shirt with it, but that was
really?
I use this. I use this a lot I use this at Indy all the time.
Well,
I got so many football quotes. I got so many quotes, dog. That
this is different though, right? Shortcuts are more often the long, because a lot of people in the chat, my cousin Keith Smith don't understand that. TC don't understand that. Joe Accord definitely don't understand that. Like Lucy don't understand.
You know why Keith Smith don't understand it?
Why?
Because he's retarded. Without the R. I didn't say the R, though.
You got the Contrary to Belief coming up next, man. I want to hear this.
Contrary to Belief, brought to you by Prize Picks. Head on over to Prize Picks. Use the promo code CoachJB. Smitty, this is a cold one, too. This is another one I used to use, by the way. I used to tell my players in a room together, like all 5 of my quarterbacks. You are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Contrary to Belief.
Hey, I love when JB like leans back after he says the quote. He like rolls back and starts to laugh.
Do you realize, contrary to belief, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with? Has that ever sunk into you, Keith Smith? When you go to Walmart, Keith Smith, around a bunch of inbreds with no shoes on and walking with their bare feet, that you are still the average of those 5 fucks? Have you ever figured that out? Keith Smith, have you guys figured that out? You can go to a Walmart in the middle of Independence, Kansas, what we used to call Cyborg Alley. Because Cyborg Alley means you got a lot of made-up humans that were created through the same brother and sister and daddy and mommy. So we call them cyborgs. Keith Smith, you can walk in there barefoot and be the average of the 5 fucks in there with no teeth, crooked fucking snaggletooth, no shoes, fucking one eye's over here. I'm telling you, that's a cold one, dog. I don't think you realize. If you kick it with 5 cats, you kick it with 5 people.
That's true. I mean, the 5 people I hang with, all successful, all doing good things in their life, give back, make money. So I should be pretty good. Now, people you hang out with, JB, your 5 people, you should be all right. You should be all right.
Yeah, I actually know a couple smart ones, but other ones, other than that, I like to be the smartest in the room.
That's the problem. That is the issue.
I challenged myself my whole life, so now I'm done challenging myself,
bro. You still only 40-something years old. You're still a baby in this thing called life. Like you still got to get better. You got a lot of room for growth. A lot of room for growth. a lot of room for improvement. So like, don't give up right now, bro. Just getting better. But I like
Enoch said this sounds distorted, like you said. It's going in and out. It's too loud, so I'd have to turn it down.
You gotta start reading everybody's comments because like everybody.
No, he texted me. Enoch, that's our tech guy. I'm gonna believe what he said, not what you say on the hat, homie.
Everybody gonna say something like, "Watch, somebody gonna comment about this." I don't really like that because now it don't sound stronger.
I don't care about that. I'm just worried about the sound.
You moved it 5 times, homie.
Yeah. Someone said, is this your first show? Yeah, it is our first show because every day is our first show. We do what the fuck we want to do. I can move the mic. Next week, I might have the mic hanging right here like this. Fucking bitch.
No, you still put it on your ear like a hoop earring.
Nah, that's gay. Anyway, let's move on. Huh?
Like Jordan.
That's the F word.
Michael Jordan?
Yeah, I mean, I don't wear hoop rings. Real G's don't wear titty and tongue rings, homie. I'm just telling you, I don't do all that. Let's go. Let's dive into the poll question. And I got to have a real conversation with you, Smitty, about this. Poll question brought to you by BetUS. Why would North Carolina consider Bill Belichick as the head coach? And the reason I asked you that question that's just real cut and dry to the chase, and we're going to ask Coach Gio and Coach Noel Mazzoni here in an hour or so, and Coach Fred later on. I got to ask you, though, did you not just get rid of an old white? You just got rid of an old 70-plus-year-old guy, legendary guy, Mac Brown, national champ, been around forever. He might be top 5 regarded college coaches in the history of football just because of who he is and the people that he's coached and the lives he's touched. Great human being as well, right? He's regarded as one of those guys. Why would you go from – basically, it seems like they took Mac Brown up and then they put Belichick right in the same spot, another old white. I'm trying to figure out why would you even consider it.
You always do stuff like this, JB. They've been doing it for a long time.
You said there's no way it could happen. So why would North Carolina consider it? Not anyone else. Why would you consider it, North Carolina president, AD? You just had this. Didn't you just not live in this chapter?
I mean, listen, I agree. I mean, to me, Mac Brown, if you're going to go this route, old white dude, probably last few years of coaching, I would prefer to stay with Mac Brown than Belichick at the college level because that's what Mac Brown does. That's what Mac Brown's been a college coach for his whole career, basically, right? So I don't know. I think they're getting kind of like lost in the name of who Belichick is. Like, it's Bill Belichick, right? Like we just said, he's the GOAT. He's the greatest coach of all time. He has X amount of rings. He was the D coordinator for the New York Giants team with LT and got we know his track record. So like when we say why, we're not being disrespectful to how great Bill Belichick has been at the NFL level, but this would be his first year as I think as a head coach at the college level, at least in a very, very, very long time. And maybe he did it early in his career that I don't know about, but to my knowledge, this is his first time. So I think they're just getting lost in the name. And I think Belichick might have, showed some interest and then just fired Mac Brown. So the AD's like, oh shoot, it's Bill Belichick. We gotta listen to him. And maybe he's the best option right now. Maybe there's not a lot of big time name coaches out there that want the North Carolina job. I don't know. Honestly, the real answer for me is I don't know, JB. Yeah, he's a good coach at NFL level, but he's like 72, right? If I'm not mistaken, chat. He's 72 years old. Even if, let's say he has a good year, there's no way they believe that Belichick's going to be here for the next 5 years. 77 and still being a head coach. You got to think about just what it takes to coach, period, let alone at the college level when you got to recruit and move around and you got to kind of kiss some ass a little bit, for being honest, especially when it comes to parents. And it's just so much extra stuff that goes on at the collegiate level.
Here's the thing. He's an East Coast guy. So to me, it makes sense. But if I'm a college guy and I'm going to go old white, I'm definitely going Pete Carroll, but I think they know Pete Carroll won't go to the East Coast at this stage. He wants to be on the West Coast, and I think his little wee-wee's getting hard over that USC job. As he's like, let me end my career right here at home. He's got a $10 million estate in Rancho Palos Verdes. He could drive down the coast right up to go and hit the 110, be in downtown or be in LA, South Central in a heartbeat. I would go after Pete Carroll, who's high energetic, who's done the college thing. Belichick ain't coached college since he was a D3 GA.
Right.
50 years ago. So
literally.
Yeah, I don't know. Listen, the son thing is the whole thing to me screams ridiculous. And I've said it last week. I'm gonna stick to what I say because I go out on a limb and say shit, and then it'll happen or won't happen. Everybody will be, "Oh, JB, you're wrong." Blah, blah, blah. It's called an opinionated debate. You fucking idiots. I'm gonna give my opinionated, and then you can debate on it. I'm saying this for a organization like North Carolina, a university, to go this route is alarming to me. And the reason I say it is there's too many options out there. You are putting all your eggs in one basket with not only this man, a legendary Hall of Fame guy, but if it is true and he's colluding you to follow his son and make him the next coach, and he is enticing you to hire his son, it screams ineptitude. It screams dysfunction. It screams malcontent in the coaching world. Like, this is coaching 101, failure. Like, why would you wait on this guy's son who has yet to prove himself as who he is without daddy? And I'm going to take this guy's son who's look like a cokehead. I'm going to take him and not – I'm going to take this guy's son who hasn't really ever led any program, who's at Washington right now coaching on the side. I mean, dog, it makes zero sense. Why would you not open this job, Smitty, to the nation and go after the best able-bodied guy with experience? Did you see what Fran Brown's doing at Syracuse? Have you seen what some of these guys are doing?
Young brothers, I know. I'm with you.
The white guys too. Have you seen Have you seen Barry Odom? Have you seen the kid at Boise State? Yeah. Have you seen these guys like Dan Lanning, who's undefeated?
Deion Sanders, like these just I don't get it. I don't get it.
Deion, brother. I'm just saying, like.
I'm starting to think y'all, Jimmy.
If people don't understand, like, if people really watch it, if people really take us like full blow, like we couldn't do this on ESPN or Fox or anything, because people don't realize our sense of humor is different. Like, they don't understand how we are. I don't think they grab it.
I think half the jokes we do, like the little quick ones like that, they don't even see it. Like, they don't even.
No, they don't. And then they chime in and say, "I'm racist." They go in at it on social media because they don't understand it.
Right.
It's really it tells us really how dumb our non-members are. But anyway, let's dive into. Listen.
Hold on. Before we move on, can you tell me what Belichick's son, like how he talking? Like, what he do with his mouth again?
I mean, the motherfucker looked like he's on coke, homie.
I thought that was the Mahomes mouth, homie.
No, Mahomes is there.
We might do a segment of like the top
That's
five.
Mahomes. That's Mahomes.
Just like
Belichick's son is like. Motherfucking rabbit teeth.
Oh my God.
Have you ever done like ugly faces in the mirror and say, "God damn, I'm an ugly motherfucker"?
You know, it's funny you bring that up. I can't say like the names, but I was at one of my jobs. I'll say that. I got a lot of jobs, and we were having like a random discussion about this North Carolina and Steve about his son just being the coach, and like somebody was like no bullshit. Like, some people just ugly.
That's why I say, dog, stop saying babies are cute. No, they're not. Stop saying all babies are cute, homies out there. All you ladies out there, I know you're loving, nurturing by nature. Why you can't coach football, why you can't play football, but that's a whole nother story. But loving by nature, females, this is why you can't come out there and you can't say all babies are cute. I saw a baby yesterday, Smitty. I saw a baby yesterday in the store with I mean, the motherfucker head looked like Sam Cassell mixed with Scottie Pippen, mixed with Olin Polynice, mixed with fucking Dirk Nowitzki, homie. Ooh. I ain't never seen a kid look like that. I ain't never seen a face like that. Have you heard what I just said? Sam Cassell. Sam Cassell's face. He had half of Sam Cassell. Fucking Olin Polynice, if you know who that is.
Yeah, Pippen knows.
Go check it out. Scottie Pippen's forehead looked like Tyra Banks with a dude's nose. And then you got mixed in that with Dirk Nowitzki. Like just it was like a. I'm just telling you, homie. That's the 4 faces I saw.
Some babies are ugly,
baby. Brand new baby.
Real.
It was a brand new baby.
A brand new baby.
Brand new baby. I'm the ugliest baby I ever seen.
It just sucks because like that baby, like it's not his fault. You know what I mean? Like the baby was born, he's brand new, he can't control it.
It will be his fault. It will be his fault when he try to get some pussy or when he's in school and he get beat on. Because when Trump take off, his bullying's back.
The only thing he can do is just become like the ultimate success story, right? Get a lot of money, a lot of power, then he'll be able to get the girls. But he gonna have a tough childhood for sure, because kids are mean as hell at school.
Not anymore though.
Shit.
I'm seriously, because he go to the boys' bathroom and stick a tampon in a dude's asshole now, and it's fine. So I don't think you know what you're talking about. Let's dive into this next topic though, Smitty. And you're the narrator. You're the narrator, so I need you to take over.
Well, let's take over, man. The next topic, man. Jemele Hill, man, journalist, longtime sports journalist, said that Mina Kimes will absolutely, quote unquote, dog walk most men when it comes to football. Is there a video? Here you go. So Jemele Hill, I'll read this out loud just for all the audio listeners. Jemele tweeted out, "But you didn't say men who coach and played have a better grasp of the game. Even if you did, it was still a terrible opinion because I can point to several men who played and coached who are awful at commentating and discussing football. You said, all capital letters, men, as in all men. And sorry, having a penis doesn't automatically make you great at discussing football. Mina Kimes will absolutely, quote, dog walk most men when it comes to football, as will Amy Trask. And let's just say I can hold my own." Interesting take, JB. I want to hear your take first, and I got a lot to talk about on this as well. TJ Mo, Whitlock talked about this. Whitlock seems to think women can't talk football as well as men, and then TJ Mo.
Jemele's tweet was in response to this.
Yeah, that's
in response to this. Thank you. Okay, thanks for the clarity. So,
and also, if you haven't been following this story that's been going on, awful announcing was wrong with what they posted. Jason Whitlock came out and said, "That's not what I said. You misquoted me, and I want to make sure." So he addressed it as well. So there's a lot going on in there. So I want to make sure that we defend both sides so you understand what the real story is. Jason Whitlock didn't say that. He never said that. He asked for what's his name? Tory the quarterback, the old quarterback, the guy that Steve Kim mentioned yesterday.
Torrey Smith.
Who?
Torrey Smith.
Torrey Smith. He asked Torrey Smith to name 3 women that know more football than TJ Mo and that can talk about football better than. That's all he said. And then awful announcing named this or said this. So Jason came out and said, "That's not what I said. I know a lot of females in the business. I said, give me 3 names, and Torrey Smith could not do it." So that is what the context is. I just wanted to, but can you give me your take first? Because I already my take. I'm trying to figure out, do you really believe that Jemele Hill is even close to being right on this?
Well, so let's break this tweet down. So like, I'm real big on words. So when I read this, and they're using words like all men, right? So like let's stay right there, all men. So we're not talking about the JBs of the world specifically, the coaches, right? Who coached, who played, who knows it from football from front to bottom. We're not talking about even the Big Smitties who played football for a long time. They're not talking about they're not talking about the top level men who actually literally did this and know this from top to bottom. She said most men. So when I hear that, I'm thinking about barbershop talk. I'm thinking about the men who I hear at Ralph's when I'm grocery shopping, randomly arguing about who should be MVP and giving out their takes and their opinions. And if I'm being honest, And if you guys are outside around other men who are not specifically men who are in the business, just men in general, there's a lot of ignorant dudes out here who don't know what the hell they're talking about. It's so many times I'm in a barbershop and they know that I work at Fox Sports. They know I do the Coach JB show with Big Smitty. So they know that I'm a sports person. So they'll just render up or start some type of debate with me when it comes to NBA, NFL, whatever. And some of the arguments are good. But then sometimes I get a cat where I'm like, yeah, this dude did not really watch the game. He does not.
I agree. I'm glad you brought that up. I agree.
Yeah. So I think when she says
most people on social media, most guys on social media,
man, I think she's talking more so like the average everyday male. She believes that Mina Kimes, because of the work she puts in, from understanding the game, from at least an analytical standpoint. We know what Mina Kimes' angle is. She's going to have the numbers. She's gonna use the numbers to give her point, and that's where she's at. She's not gonna go in and break down coverage and do it. Like, that's not what she's doing. That's not her niche. Her thing is use numbers and analytics to make a point, and she does that at a high level. And she does put in the work to know that, whether she played or not. So in comparison to a lot of everyday men who you may come across who either didn't play football, or if they did play, they played at AAU, or not AAU, but the youth league, and they were little kids, and now they're 50 years old and they barely even watch on Sundays, who don't really know the game for real and where it's at. I do think a lot of the everyday men she's better than. But do I think she's better than people who played and coach? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. So in reference to this topic here, and the reason it got brought up is because she's supposed to be, I think, announcing or hosting a Christmas game, if I'm not mistaken. And the question would be like, were there better options? Sure, there are more experienced options and there are better options for sure. If we're just being honest. Again, not disrespecting her, but just being real. There are better options. But am I going to lose sleep over the fact that 3 women the first time ever will get a chance to announce one game? No, which is why I asked Steve Kim yesterday. And again, I don't know TJ Moe. He might be a great man. So I literally don't know him at all. My question to Steve was, what was TJ's intent behind responding to this? Because this was not some big news, big story. It wasn't. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I didn't know anything about it. It became big after people started, this tweet, and then obviously Whitlock, and now it's like a big deal. So my point is, like, your intentions behind this, in my opinion, was specifically to stir up some shit and just stir up, because when it comes to gender, when it comes to race, when it comes to sex, when you go when you go against the grain, it becomes viral, especially if you have a certain name and brand. So that was my only pushback. Let me stop there because I don't want to keep going. JB, counter that. I know you're gonna disagree with what I said. You go in. Let me hear what you say.
Well, the only issue is when I talk about Mina Kimes not knowing anything about the game of football, you defend her. But now you're not. Like, I'm confused. You literally have come out. First of all, can we talk about the messenger? Jemele Hill's a race baiter at an all-time high. Let's be honest. And I think she knows that Jason Whitlock's friend, Timo, is the one that did this. And that's number one, because why would she come out? She's nobody anymore. She's not on ESPN. She's not in a big platform. She does her own thing. She's created her own deal, her own lane. And I believe she specifically wanted to make sure that she commented on this. I don't know, Jay Earn, I don't know why you say, wow. I mean, it's fact. She's a known race baiter. So anyway, I'm just making sure that we're clear that the messenger in this whole thing should be addressed first. Jemele Hill is actually saying what? Like, why are we listening to Jemele Hill even talk about this? Jemele Hill, I saw you talk football. You were horrific at it forever on ESPN. So I'm not even going to listen to you talk about it like that. I'm not going to even listen to the messenger. That's like Smitty telling me, JB, listen, all fairness, you my boy, but to be honest, you don't know really about the far east side of Indiana like you say. Like, I'm not going to listen to you. Like, I agree. I would be like, all right, cool, you're right. So, like, I don't understand where the messenger is involved here. We're talking about the messenger that absolutely knows no football. Talking about another woman that needs a teleprompter to talk about football. She cannot go in there and discuss football, Smitty. She can't go in there and discuss football, though, at an organic level, which men discuss at the barbershop later, Smitty, to your point. She cannot do it, Smitty. Stop acting like she can go in and talk football organically.
When I'm saying you, a lot of men who at the barbershop don't know what they're talking about, though.
I agree with you.
Don't mean it's accurate information.
I'm just talking about real cats that know. I'm just talking about real cats. I agree with what you say. The barbershop guy that you mentioned is 1,000% accurate. That's exactly who's on Twitter talking about it as well, that I get secondhand embarrassment about. I go at guys every day on there.
Thank you.
I ask for their resume every day.
You do. Yep. Thank you.
Okay, so that's not. I agree with. I'm glad you brought that up.
That's
so
a lot of men.
Yeah, no doubt. But
Yeah,
I don't believe.
Yeah.
But that's not the men that are going to be on hosting a show on ESPN, Netflix, Amazon, whatever. His whole context is: do I need to sit here and really want to see 3 women on a major platform talk about football? That's the only game on that I have to watch, or I'd have to mute the channel. Is what he's basically saying. That is all his context was. Does anyone really that knows football want to watch 3 women who never played the sport talk it? That was the whole entire context. And now it's turned into race over here, womanizing here, sexist over here. No, to be honest, it's just a truthful statement. He asked a question and then made a statement. He said, who wants to watch 3 women discuss football who never played it? Question mark. Then he said, I do not. That's it. He made a statement after a question. That was the tweet. It caught wind. It went fire. It went crazy. And I agree. I don't want to watch it. But if that's the only game on, right? They force you to watch it with 3 women. And it is what it is. There's some great women out there that I know Amy Trask well. She's been on my show. I know Amy Trask. I talked to her. I have her cell phone. Steve mentioned her show. It really is. It's kind of like the View of football in New York. I can't watch it. I like Amy Trask. She's been around a long time. She's been with the Raider organization a long time. I respect her for sure. I have no issue with Amy Trask. I'm just saying.
But y'all say that like
is that the best option?
Like, on one end, y'all say I respect you. But then on the other end, I don't respect you enough for you to do your job, though.
I can respect you.
Like it's like, damn, it's like you respect me, but you don't, though, because like if you respect somebody, I mean, you respect their craft, you respect the years of work they put in at what they actually do. So when they get the opportunity to do said that job, you should have a problem with it if there's real respect, but you don't. Like, ain't no point in sugarcoating it. You don't respect it because they didn't play the game. And my question I asked Steve yesterday, I said, listen, and let's be real. I'm like, it's 2 options. Either A, you don't want to listen to women talk about it because they didn't play. If you say that, me personally, I'm like, okay, I actually respect that. That makes sense. But keep that same energy with anybody who didn't play, because there's a lot of people, journalists, men as well, who are on TV, who moderate next to a guy who actually did play. You know what I'm talking about. On Sundays, it'd be one guy who didn't play next to a guy who actually did play, and they're just the moderator, basically keeping the flow going, keeping the conversation going. And we have no problems with that because they're so good at their job. They have the right voice, the right temperament. They do a really good job of just keeping the game going. We don't, whether they played or not, we don't care. It's about being good at your job. Playing football and commentating and hosting, not the same thing. It is not the exact same thing. There's players who actually get done playing the game and try to go commentate and do this, and they're actually not that good. You got some players who get done it and they do it and they're actually excellent. So it's 2 different crafts. So it's like coaching and playing. It's like me just saying, oh, I played the game for so long, so I can go coach now and be a great coach. No, it's apples and oranges. So just because these women did not play the game don't mean they don't have the skill set to go out there and talk it. But back to my point, there's 2 options. Either A, you don't want to listen to them talk because they didn't play it, and if so, keep that same energy with the men. Or B, you don't want to listen to them talk because they have a vagina and breast. And that's the only 2 options. There's no other option. So
all right.
It's got to be real and be like, you know what?
Yeah.
I'm gonna be honest. The fact that they don't have a penis, I can't trust it. Just say that, cool. Just be honest.
Well, that's not true though. That's not true. King of 2 things can be true, Mr. Guy over there, Smitty. 2 things can be true. King over there, Guy. You forgot that's your term, homie? Did you forget 2 things can be true, homie? Oh, I'm tripping because apparently I can't respect the woman that's came up through the Raider organization for 30 years, but then I can't say I disagree with watching her talk football. How is that not fucking 2 things can be true, homie? Now go back. Let me hear that shit. Let me hear you say that, homie. Go ahead.
That's like saying, hey man, I respect Coach JB. Just grinding his way within coaching over the years in the profession, learning the ropes, doing everything he needs to do to increase his skill set. But I can't watch him be a head coach of a team no more. I just can't. It's the same thing. She's been in this industry, working in the industry as a analyst, as a host, as a beat writer, as somebody who knows the organization, all this stuff for 30 years to build up her skill set and her resume to get an opportunity like this is the goal. Like when you're in this industry, this business, the goal is to get like your own TV show or to become like a lead reporter or be able to like.
Doesn't mean it's right.
That's the goal in
Doesn't
this
mean
industry,
it's right. Doesn't mean you deserve it. Doesn't mean you deserve it.
I mean, 30 years. I mean, listen, deserve
it.
it.
She earned it, Smitty. That's why you and I argue all the time. She's earned it for 30 years. Okay, earning and deserving are two completely different fucking things, dog. I don't understand why it's so hard. You should define the two words.
Semantics, earn, deserve, whatever. All I'm saying is she's
you need to define those two words and understand the difference. I truly think so. I'm not lying. I think you need to deserve and earn. You should define those two and see the difference.
I don't really care. Okay, deserve, like, okay, whatever. She earned it. Yeah, like that's even stronger then.
She didn't earn this spot though. She earned her professional career. She did not earn to talk football, homie.
Okay, question then. No, let me ask you. What does it take to earn this spot? Since you know it, I'm asking you.
That's that. What does it take for a woman? For a woman? For a woman?
30 years don't do it. Then what does it take
for a woman?
Yeah, sure.
Well, no, don't say sure because we're talking about a man or a woman. Because the whole topic is I don't want to watch three women talk about football.
Right.
That's it. I didn't say I didn't want to see three women grind and climb the professional ladder and become a corporate CEO. I didn't ever say that.
Okay, but what you're saying right now, without even saying it, is that you don't mind them growing and climbing the ranks
in their lane.
But there's a cap.
No, I said in their lane.
No, you're saying this is literally their lane, though.
It's not their lane, homie. It's not their lane. How can you talk about something you never did? How is that their lane? How is that their lane, though?
Because would you just ask me how can you talk about something you never did?
How can you talk about something?
How can journalists do it all the time? Listen, he's not at Fox no more. I'm gonna just say it. How can Skip Bayless?
You know why?
How can Skip Bayless do it for all this time and make all this money? How can
why certain people?
Listen. This is my guy, but Steve Kim, I love you, Steve. I'm not dissing you. I'm just saying these are examples of men who've done it at a high level, who didn't play the fucking game. Steve didn't box, play football, or hoop.
But you heard you asked him that yesterday.
And he knows it. So
you asked him that yesterday, and he said straight out to you, but you can call me out, though.
Yeah, because it's the truth. So,
but he said, you can call me out, and I'm not going to cry about it. I know I didn't play or box. I just cover it. But I don't demand that you listen to me over someone else.
Let's keep it real. Keep it all the way funky, JB. I'm your homie. Don't play around with me. We don't give the Steve Kims of the world the same fucking energy we give the Mina Kimes because they have a penis, and you know it's the truth. If fucking Steve or somebody like him, and again, Steve's just the example. That's the homie, of course. I'm just saying, if one of these guys got this opportunity, we'd be like, oh hell yeah, this is good shit. He worked his way up. But when a woman do it, it's like
But Smitty, there's an issue. There's a fundamental problem and issue. It's called biology, and that's the issue we have here. I don't understand. I don't think you realize you didn't have to play, but you had a penis, to your point. Everyone that we knew growing up that played football had penises, homie. It's called biology. It's called evolution. It's called who played that gladiator sport. So by nature, we grew up in a sport saying, okay, well, we know women don't play it. It's going to be very hard for us to switch that mindset and say, oh, now I'm going to go listen to a woman talk about it when she never played the sport. Now, let me flip it, though, homie. Hold on.
Isn't that our problem, though? You're right. Like subconsciously, all we've ever seen is men.
But let me ask you, though. But let me ask you, though.
Yes, sir.
So then why don't you advocate for me going over and becoming a makeup artist, homie? Why don't we advocate for men in women's spaces like y'all do for women in men's spaces? That's the question I have, homie. I want you to go sit down with your girl at the nail salon. I want you to go sit down with your girl at the fucking nail salon, and I want you to have the gay motherfucker come over and paint your toes, and then I want you to tell him to say straight out to his face, hey, dog, you're a fucking hellified woman in a woman's space. I'll listen to you all day long paint my motherfucking nails.
It's a horrible argument.
No, it's not, homie, because we don't talk about it. We don't talk about it.
As a homie, I'm trying to stop you now. Like this is one of your worst arguments. Like
no, it's not. You don't discuss it at all. I never seen you mention that at all.
If you want to go do nails, JB, nobody's going to stop you from doing nails. Now
that's my point.
You might get some jokes at you.
No, but you're agreeing. That's my point.
Go do nails and go do some hair.
Smitty, we're not listening to him though. That's my point. Like you don't listen. You hear, homie. You don't grasp the point of the argument. I don't want you in a woman's space. I don't want her in a man's space. We used to have our own spaces and live together fucking lovely. We used to live together like great people. We had a man and a woman. We held a household together. We had kids together. We knew who cooked, cleaned, who brought the bread home, who worked, who had the fingernails dirty. We had a place in this.
Back in 1960, it was beautiful.
That sounds
women
like
stay at home and walk around barefoot and pregnant. Men go
that's
get
that new mindset.
Do whatever they want. They come home and the woman.
That's that whole generation.
Take care of my kids and everything.
That's that generation that you got,
man. It was so. What happened to women back in?
But what's my argument on this show every day with you and everyone your age? It's straight up age. That's what it is. It's an age thing, and it is what it is. Because that victim mentality shit's old now. It's coming back full circle.
You don't have an open.
Coming back full circle, homie. It's coming back full circle. Y'all tried it. Y'all women tried it. Y'all women tried to be the breadwinner and thought you could just show your ass and titties on Instagram and become the breadwinner. Well, it's not working no more like that, homie. It doesn't work that. It's coming back full circle.
Women. There's so many.
You're not the breadwinner. You don't think you're the
fuck OnlyFans.
Nah, I'm just saying, homie.
Serious positions and making decisions. At the end of the day, listen, I still
say... You defend it all, Smitty. It doesn't matter. You defend it all, so how are you going to talk about it? You defend regardless. If a woman does OnlyFans, you defend it. If Mina Kimes talks cover 2, you defend it. What are you talking about? So, like, that's my point, homie. Like, you defend it regardless. Like, you can't sit here and tell me that you and your homies are going to go to the club tomorrow, or the sports bar, and you want to watch Mina Kimes, Jemele Hill, and fucking whoever else, Sarah Spain, talk cover 2. You can't sit here and lie in my face, homie.
What I'm telling you is,
no, but see, you can't even answer it.
It doesn't bother me like it bothers y'all. Like, y'all
can't even answer
so much.
You can't even answer. I don't understand how you defend it as a man.
Like when I go to watch the game, I'm not saying, "Ooh, I won't."
But that's the topic of discussion. You keep moving the needle, homie. The discussion was, can you watch 3 women talk football?
Yeah,
that's fucking it. That's it. Of course you can. That's my point. Of course you will say it.
Because I'm watching the game. I'm not watching the game for the fucking commentator.
No, forget the question then.
I don't go to the game like, oh, okay, Greg Oaks is talking.
Well, we just wasted 30 minutes arguing.
The game itself. I don't give a 2 fucks who's talking. It could
we wasted 30 minutes arguing.
Bailey and Matt talking the whole time. It could be fucking 2.
Bailey, you wasted a topic.
The game.
Bailey, you wasted a 30-minute topic because Smitty didn't even want to talk about it. So, next topic, Smitty, Joe Burrow.
JB pissed off, y'all. Hey, Joe Burrow's home was broken into during last night's Monday Night Football game, according to 911.
Do you know about this? Because I don't know about this. Do you understand what's going on? Because I'm confused.
His crib got broken into, and I guess he's dating. Well, allegedly he's dating some Sports Illustrated model. I guess she was headed to his house, and she was the one who saw the broken window, and she's the one who actually informed the police and called the police or whatever about the situation. I mean, I guess the news is that the fact that he's dating a Sports Illustrated model. That's the news.
But she's an employee of his on record. I did a little deep dive just for the show on it. Apparently, she's an employee of Joe Burrow on record. And Joe Burrow employs her. Oh, it says right there. My bad. Ponton is employed by Burrow. Okay, so I didn't even read that. All right. She calls while he's dropping back against cover 2.
Yeah.
Against Dallas Cowboys in a game. Actually, he was literally, they did a timestamp thing. Some guy broke it down I saw on TikTok. He was like dropping back and she's calling. And so literally in the game, he's playing in the game. She's calling that someone's in their house. Again, homie. By the way, Stephen A. never played, and he's hard to watch talk basketball. I understand. So anyway.
But people love him, though.
No, they love it because he's argumentative.
He about to get the biggest media contract we've ever seen.
Yeah, but that's why they love him. Don't say they love him because of basketball.
We don't have a problem with it.
Because KD and everyone's called him out about his basketball talk. So let's be honest. We like him because he's a loud yeller, argumentative debater. Not because it's basketball. I'm just bringing up basketball. That's the same thing with the women talking football. We love Mina Kimes because why? because a lot of these pervert weirdo fucks out here on Twitter think she's cute. Let's just keep it funky. But anyway, this girl is employed by Burrow and apparently called the cops when someone entered their home. I'm confused as to what's going on. I just wanted to see if you knew, Smitty.
No, I don't. I mean, you know, this is what I know. What they put out is what I know. So I'm sure we'll hear more later. I took it as like maybe she's like his quote unquote assistant, but he's probably.
She looked like a younger, like weirder Mina Kimes, no?
Like sleeping with her and stuff. They look nothing alike, JB. Literally nothing alike.
Kind, I'm looking like.
Look nothing alike. Like you need to get some contacts. I'm not even like
maybe I'm stuck on Mina Kimes. Maybe I'm just stuck on Mina
alike.
Maybe I just want to see Mina Kimes talk football. I guess so much. I'm fucking.
I'm gonna bring the porch back soon. I'm gonna get Mina on the porch.
You should. It'll be a show that everyone agrees on.
You gonna be mad though.
Everybody, I won't be mad. Everybody will be. You'll have a show. You have a show, and everyone's gonna agree. It's gonna be like you should have like roses and flowers and like balloons and make it like a nice ambiance. Everybody agree. Everybody agree. Call it the porch where everybody agrees.
Well, I disagree. I disagree with you today, JB.
Yeah, because that's what we're supposed to do.
Okay, yeah, all right. So,
but you're gonna have that show that's gonna be everyone agrees. You should just call it everyone agrees.
The porch isn't a debate show.
No, it's not.
It's a discussion.
I've watched many of them. There's not been one debate.
No, that's what I just said, homie. That's how I know you hear, but you don't listen. I said the porch is not a debate show. It's a discussion show. We have a conversation. Okay. And you have not watched the episode because you don't support your boy.
It's a feel-good show.
No, it's just a conversation. Every show,
it makes you feel good.
Show ain't about debate. I'm gonna be real with you. Debate TV is kind of slowly going away anyway. If you notice, so it's the reason. No, I'm telling you the facts from you know what I mean, top dog.
Yeah. No, I know you.
It's the reason why things. If you notice, things have gotten reconstructed and changed.
I think that's I also think that's because so many people have diluted podcast space, video show spaces with personalities, major personalities have taken over the space too, though. Shannon Sharp, Ocha, everyone has a show. Theo Vaughn to Michael Rappaport.
Look at they show. Club Shay is like it's an interview show. It's not Nightcap. It's just like a just having fun shooting the shit. Like my point is, and I'm not saying it to say.
Well, my point is everyone's doing it. That's why I'm thinking debating is kind of like because everyone has a show.
And I don't know. I think a lot of fans are getting tired of like just all the like just the yelling and the arguing 24/7. Just because to your point, everybody was trying to do it. First Take, Undisputed did it for so long.
Those are anomalies, though. Those are big platform shows. Those are big platform shows. Not everyone does a debate show. Those are big platform shows. Not everyone has a debate show.
I'm telling you this. Look. If you don't believe me, just look at the landscape.
No, I believe you. I know what you know. I'm just saying. I think that's because
the only debate show really out right now is First Take.
Huh?
The only debate show right now for real.
Yeah.
Big platform is First Take right now.
But I don't even see that as a debate show no more.
Right.
I see that as like a fucking everyone agrees on that too. The only guy that doesn't agree is fucking Chris Russo and Bart Scott and Rex Ryan, and they're on their own thing.
That's my point. But I'm saying so behind that. So.
I think that
numbers
cancel culture though has done that.
Numbers too though. Numbers.
Yeah.
The higher ups don't give a fuck about nothing but money. But anyway, let's go and go to a quick commercial break. And when we come back, we got more JB show, man. We're gonna bring out some film, talk cover 2, talk some football, look at some highlights from highlight tapes to some of these young athletes, and much more.
That's in 20 minutes. That's in 20 minutes. We'll be back. 3 minutes.
What up, man? This is a proud new sponsor of the Coach JB Show with Big Smitty, and it is First Round Performance. Yeah. Make sure you head on over to firstroundperformance.com. We got the merch, the gear. They are top-notch company.
High quality, JB. All about the quality here. Workout gear, exclusive gear. What's that right there, JB?
By the way, nobody else in the country or the world has this short right here. You can put this short on. It helps your back. It helps your hamstrings, helps your quads as you work out.
What?
You can wear these right underneath your workout shorts or what have you. It's kind of like a girdle, but very, very comfortable. Shorts Against Syndrome. It's SAFS. Go head on over there and check it out. First Round Performance.
They got workout bands. They got ankle weights.
What's this?
What's in that box?
Yo, kind of good.
It's our first time seeing this.
What's this?
I'm nervous. What's that?
It's a 40-yard dash electric timer. You can go get your workout on with the light and the strobe, the whole deal. Firstroundperformance.com.
Oh, you just turned it on, JB.
Bam.
You want that smoke?
Go check it out.
I know you ain't trying to race me,
I might
JB.
race Smitty and smoke him.
You ain't trying to race me. You scared of that life.
Yeah, this is the real deal. You guys got to go check it out. FirstRoundPerformance.com. Head on over there. Proud new sponsor of the Coach JB Show.
Nice, JB.
With Big Smitty. And
oh, this is mine, right?
hell yeah. Listen, their premium gear, including the revolutionary SAFS shorts I just showed you, are expertly designed by a leading orthopedic surgeon to align your hips and relieve your pain. It is trusted by athletes and active individuals alike, whether you are pushing your limits with their high-quality resistance bands, as Smitty just showed you, or boosting recovery with the powerful dual-spectrum red light therapy devices that I just showed you. First Round Performance delivers the tools needed to stay at the top of your game. Whether aiming for peak performance or simply wanting to live pain-free, they've got you covered. Visit FirstRoundPerformance.com or shop on Amazon today. They just launched their AmazonStore.com, their Amazon store. This is out there, First Round Performance on Amazon. And so go help them out and grab some performance gear today. And please feel free to reach out to us if you have any questions.
Yes, sir.
Go First Round.
Go First Round, baby.
The promo code will be Coach JB. So check that out and head on over there today.
Get right, baby. First Round, the highest quality.
First Round Performance. Go get you some merch.
Ooh, I like this shirt. I like this shirt, JB.
Peace. JB's fastest 3 minutes. Here we go. Josh Allen and the Bills came to La La Land and faced the best quarterback in the football, Matthew Stafford. Josh Allen may be the MVP and the best player in football, but Matthew Stafford is the best ball spinner and quarterback in the NFL. And my Uso, Nakua, comes up big again and balling out. Cooper Kupp, Nakua, the two best wide receiver tandem in football. Matthew Stafford getting him the rock, and my man says, give me the pay dirt. The Rams get the big one, 44-42. The Eagles and Jalen Hurts throws for 100 yards because they got that guy, Saquon Barkley, who's leading the pack. But A.J. Brown and Jalen Hurts are butthurt and not feeling each other because Jalen Hurts can only muster 119 yards. Here we go. Mike Tomlin continues to win games. Jameis Winston licking his fingers. Crab leg motherfucker. You can't beat this defense. The Steelers get another dub under Russell Weirdo. Here we go. The Vikings and Sam Darnold. But what do I know? Comeback player of the year. Those 5 touchdowns as the Minnesota Vikings continue to roll. They say, Lions, watch out. We're coming, motherfuckers. The Vikings continue to win. Uh-oh. The Buccaneers and Baker Mayfield is getting it done week by week. Mike Evans and the boys smack the Raiders and oh my goodness, Max Crosby must one out now. Look out, NFC West. The Rams are coming, but guess who they're chasing? The Seahawks, as they continue to roll the mental midget. Kyler Murray up. 2 out of the last 5 games, they beat the Arizona Cardinals, and they lead the West. Uh-oh, the Niners going over to see finger-licking good, fingernail painting Caleb Williams, and they absolutely dominate without CMC, and Brock Purdy looked decent yesterday. He looked like a bus driver instead of a rider. Oh, my goodness, the Dolphins and Tua look good when Tua's available. Tyreek Hill got more babies than he does touchdowns. And the Santa Claus are singing. And here we go to watch the worst game of the day. The Jags and the Titans. And holy shit. This game should have been in the college football playoff. And the Giants continue to look like the Giants as the Saints block a field goal, win the game. Derek Carr, he may walk by faith, but surely not by sight, as he ends up getting hurt once again. Hey, it's the fastest 3 minutes with Coach JB. Don't miss the Coach JB Show with Big Smitty tomorrow, 6 to 9 a.m. Pacific.
Yes, sir. I got a debate though. I got a debate to start some shit up. Is Puka Nacua and Cooper Kupp the best wideout tandem in the NFL? I'd argue they are, because they got the best ball spinner in the NFL that gets them the actual ball, unlike Jalen Hurts, A.J. Brown, Devontae Smith, who's hurt right now. The Rams have been hurt, both of those receivers, for most of the season. And have you seen their numbers compared to any other tandem? In half the load, half the season, it's an argument to have, I'll tell you right now. The studio, D. Jones, is whatever. It's just hard right now to get to. You guys don't understand what it is. I don't live very close to it. I don't live very close to it and got a lot of shit going on. So it's hard to get out there every day. And if Smitty and I can't be together every day doing it, then it's just hard to do. So we're thinking about it. Bailey would take the wideouts for the Seahawks over them. I would call Bailey batshit crazy, but that's just me.
Bailey,
I have another debate I want to argue you with, and I want you to get loud as fuck and run around the room. Is Nacua and Cooper Kupp the best tandem in football? No. And here's the reason I say they are. Because they have the best ball spinner in football. Before you just start yelling out shit that you don't have no clue about. They have the best ball spinner. So AJ Brown, Devontae Smith is a tandem. Jordan Addison and Justin Jefferson's a tandem.
Thank you.
T. Higgins and Jamar Chase is a tandem.
Thank you.
They got a threesome in Seattle with Lockett,
Smith and Jigba.
Yep.
And DK Metcalf.
Yep. And then you got Nico, Tank, and Diggs before they got hurt. Then you got let's see, who else would you even consider? The Niners don't have nobody.
They did, but
the Jets never have came to fruition.
They did with Garrett Wilson, Devontae Adams, but it didn't turn out.
It never came to fruition. Detroit has Amon and then James Williams, I guess, but that's I don't know if that's not even close to Cooper Kupp and Nacua.
I know we're just naming though. We're just naming people.
You said
Cardinals got Marvin Harrison Jr. and who else?
Nobody. And then you got just stop reaching. And then you got Waddle and Tyreek Hill. So let's just say I'm taking Kupp and Nacua. Now
all those better.
Only reason they're not. Only reason I would say no is because they're injury. They're injured. They've been injured. But a lot of these guys have been injured. So I mean,
not to that level though. Not Tyreek.
Yeah, but Tyreek Hill has more babies droppings this year than touchdowns. 5 versus 4.
Well, that's because his quarterback been hurt.
And Matthew Stafford didn't have his wideouts, and his number is still the same.
No, what? No, I said Tyreek's quarterback.
I know. I'm just telling you how good the quarterback is. I'm just
that's
breaking
different. That's the quarterback. You touch the ball, he play. You can control it.
Well, you have to be good though. I mean, Brock Purdy controls the ball too. He's fucking horrible. Smitty, I think we're doing a list, but we got videos. I don't know, Bailey, if you could let me know in the chat if you can get them in. If not, I'll have to show them from my Twitter for the Eye in the Sky breakdown.
We'll get there in a second. But Bailey, was next that topic you just had highlighted? You had a highlight and you okay, got you. So and sorry, this guy's old school, so I might say
don't interrupt me. Don't interrupt me again when I'm talking.
I'm gonna interrupt your time. Mark Gastineau, right?
Mark Gastineau, yeah.
Yeah, Mark Gastineau, man, legend. Confronted Brett Favre at a memorabilia show last year, but the clip kind of resurfaced here yesterday over Brett Favre falling, allegedly, to give Michael Strahan his sack record, man. Look at this.
I met a long time ago. At least I saw you.
Right.
How you doing?
When you fell down for him. I'm going to get my sack back. I'm going to get my sack back, dude.
You probably would hurt me.
Well, I don't care. You hurt me. You hurt me. You hear me?
Yeah, I hear you.
You really hurt me.
Okay, before we give our takes, can I just say this?
So you got cringeworthy vibes? Because that's what I see from the generation. I call it cringeworthy now. I see when you do it and I see your age group do it, I call it cringeworthy now to stay with the flow and be able to, relate with the younger guys. That's why I can relate to the players still. But
I just kind of, my initial thought was like, this is like white people shit. Just the moment, just the interaction, just the, you hurt me.
I'm with you 1,000%.
All right, cool. That's just my thing. Brett was like shocked almost though. Like he went over there like, "What's up, man? I ain't seen you in a minute." And he was like, "No, fuck that." He didn't shake his hand or nothing. He said, "You hurt me. You hear me?" And Brett was like, "Look at Brett's face on me." Like Brett's like stuck. He know what to say. I don't know. Listen, if I'm in this position, let's say I'm Mark Gastineau and I watch Brett Favre fall, I might be like, "What the hell was that?" But I don't think this much time afterwards, he's what, 60-some years? I don't know how old this man is. I'm not sitting here at this age still upset about a damn sack record. You're still what, number 2? Number 3? What all time?
Okay.
Like
I'm old enough to know and watch the game. I watched that game.
I remember the play. I've seen the actual play itself,
Yeah, but you didn't watch it live. I watched it live. I remember the whole play. You were probably like, what, 4? I watched the whole play. I remember. Like if it was social media around then, like it was now, it would have been a huge controversial take. Like it would have been a huge, all these videos would have been going crazy. I remember it, and it was big news then on the regular news and ESPN, all these different outlets. It was huge news because I remember it vividly. He fucking took off, slid down, and got the sack, broke the record, blah, blah. Everyone immediately started calling out, "Oh, man, that's kind of fucked up to Mark Gastineau. He had to earn it, blah, blah, blah." Listen, he sounds like he has something going on up top. So that's, first of all, I'm going to just address the elephant in the room. I believe that's the first problem.
Yeah.
So I'm not even going to hold any credence with this whole thing. I just think there's a problem up top.
Also, the play itself, well, listen, Brett did fall, but if I'm not mistaken, like I feel like Strahan did get in the backfield. Like he was right. It's not like
he didn't get him though, but he
But
he wasn't going to get him on that play. He wasn't going to get him on that play.
You don't think he was?
No, I know he wasn't. I've seen that play so many times. No,
I had to watch it again.
He did it on purpose. Like it's a known thing that Favre did it on purpose.
I know. Has Favre ever actually admitted it though?
Yeah, he admitted it. Like he kind of went a roundabout way of what happened and how he did it and all that. And then T.O. responded saying like, "Why don't you talk about the money embezzlement first?"
Oh, got you.
There's all kind of shit. These guys be going. I wish we could take social media. I wish there was a way. And this is the $1 billion idea. Any beef, like you instantly meet up in person and have the beef.
You see what I'm saying?
No, he ran at him, Smitty. That's the whole play design. He went at him from the jump to give him the sack. See, he wasn't even gonna. Yeah, come on, homie. I remember the play vividly. No.
I've watched this play 100 times too, but I didn't really peep.
He gave him the sack. See how he faked the handoff and just yeah. So homie, we didn't run RPOs and shit back in the day. He was running. That was a run play.
I thought it was like bootleg, like he was going to the.
You see receivers running routes? No, it was a run play.
And they ain't even block. Yeah, the O line didn't even. They were run blocking.
It was a run play. No, he was supposed to hand the football off. It was a run play, and he kept it and got sacked.
Oh, that's kind of. I've seen that play, y'all, so many times. I never like really locked in on the
money, music, muscling, entertainment, Fed talk. Shut the fuck up. Who's it a bootleg to? You fucking idiot. Show me the receiver that's in the flat. You fucking idiot. God damn. Shut up. You fucking idiot. You Twitter finger fucks. Shut the fuck up. There's not a receiver running a goddamn route on the fucking film. Do you show me the receiver that he's showing the bootleg to, you fucking idiot? God damn.
I need to see the all 22 tape to make sure. But
well, you already know there's 21 personnel, Smitty. 21 personnel. There's not any other wideouts to find. Okay? Stop defending these motherfuckers, homie. Stop defending these motherfuckers. There's 21 personnel, Smitty. Show me all the receivers, Bailey. It's not fucking hard to find the other receivers on the film. There's only 2 of them, motherfuckers.
21 personnel. There's 5 online, and that's 8. Quarterback is 9. Only 2 other options make 11.
Money's black, so he thinks Strahan automatically deserved it, and he doesn't like how Brett Favre did Mississippi.
Strahan's a monster. I'm glad he got it. Shout out to Michael Strahan. Not only he's a monster on the football field, he's a monster in the media space, a monster at Fox. He's one of the biggest names out there. Been doing it for a long time. Good human being too. So shout out to him.
Woke, soft woke cat now though.
Nah, because he disagree with you don't mean nobody's soft or nothing like that. He just disagree with you. JB wants everybody to agree with him. Anybody?
He likes trans folks and all that. I'm good.
My thing is this: at the end of the day, he's
lost respect.
And
I lost respect. It doesn't seem
my thing is this though, JB. So I know you were talking about some earlier. Who was JB talking about? I can't remember. I lost my train of thought.
I fuck you up. So you can't do the debate show like that heavy handed with me.
JB, you're not good at debating, homie. You don't even know what I just did just now. You don't even know what I just did.
I know what you did. You got off the topic, so I don't talk about it.
Homie.
Come on, homie. I'm way ahead. I forgot. I thought he left. So I thought.
Different. I'm smarter than you, homie.
They're not smarter than me, but
I'm smarter than you.
Gio's here. We're gonna wait for Noel. We got some film to break down. Bailey, where are we at? Update on that. You want to come in?
How many? Hold on. While we getting things going in the background, how many likes we got right now? How many likes we got? Because we have about 1,200 people here on YouTube, and I think we only got like 200 likes. So G Wizzy, Big Rube, Henry Bowman, and Gene, y'all the leaders of the chat. Y'all are the appointed leaders of this chat. Y'all need to make sure everybody in this chat in the next 10 seconds go hit that like button because it helps the algorithm get going. Helps us get back on track and get these numbers up. So go ahead and do your thing and get this thing moving in the right direction, y'all. What's going on?
Yep. We got Gio and Noel here in a minute.
Gio and Noel here. Let's get it.
We got to ask. They'll be here. Noel's not quite here, but we'll ask him about. I want to ask him about what they thought about the playoff selection because I know Gio and Noel had a couple things to mention about it since it's come out, and I know Bailey did another little graphic on a scenario that we discussed the other day. We'll show you that later on as well. Got a lot to discuss here. Coach Fred will join us in the show later on. He's doing videos out there working out on a bike, tagging you and I. He's tagging you and I on collaborating on it. So,
Fred's trying to get like me. You know what I mean? I'm the only person on the show that like works out consistently. Everybody else is kind of lazy, picks and chooses when they want to do it. I'm the only person that works out all the time.
Is that a shot at Bailey or me?
Just me, really.
Is it a shot at Bailey or me though?
It ain't really a shot, it's just a fact. I'm the person.
He said we pick and choose when we want to work out.
Yeah, like I work out all the time consistently. It's a part of my
life.
Who
are you talking about?
I'm just saying when it comes to this show, y'all not grinding like me. Bailey not grinding like me. JB damn sure grinding like me.
Bro, I live 6 days a week.
And none of the old heads grinding me.
Factor cap, Bailey. Factor cap.
Bailey don't do no cardio at all, no running. He just lived. Like his heart horrible right now.
Smitty be talking out his ass. He know it. What are you talking about, Smitty?
There is no debate. I do not work out whatsoever.
Right.
Like I do not ever work out.
And I've been concerned about your health for a long time, and I've been very like just open on it about it on the show, and I've voiced my concerns. But a lot of times, man, it's unfortunately it takes something to happen for somebody to change, and it's unfortunate you got to wait. I'm trying to prevent stuff, but it is what it is. I mean, keep smoking your damn 10 cigars a day and drinking your whiskey every day, and we'll see what happens.
I think actually it makes your bones better.
All right. Well,
my grandpa smoked and drank every day. He died. He was 95.
You said who?
My grandpa. I would take 95 years old all day long.
Of course.
And drink and smoke and live till I'm 95.
There are anomalies. Shout out to your grandfather. I wouldn't roll the dice on that if I'm you. So I'm gonna say about that, JB. And I'm a real one because I tell you the truth. Everybody else on the chat, keep smoking, keep drinking, because they won't something happen to you. They don't care about you. So it's what it is.
By the way, you keep eating all that bullshit that I keep seeing those videos of you eating out there at the farmer's market and all these fast food places. That's going to kill you before I do smoking cigars, just so you know.
100% right.
The vape pen and Taco Bell, homie.
Well, I don't do vape pen and Taco Bell, but 100% right. I have not been eating right, which is why I've changed my diet recently, and I've been on the up and up. Last night I had baked chicken.
Cat, since when? I saw your chicken wings on your story the other day. What are you talking about?
Thank you. Call his ass out.
Yeah, like a week ago. Yeah. I've changed my diet since
Maybe,
then.
do you not see a story like 3 days ago? My trip,
my
did I not
diet
just see some shit? Where'd you
This
go the other day?
motherfucker, man.
I'm gonna send you a picture. Since you want to talk shit, I'm gonna send you a picture right now and put it on the show.
How is it talking shit if it's true?
It ain't true. I changed my diet since then, homie. I'm gonna send it to you right now. Let me find Bailey's name on my phone. I got Bailey's name is Little JB in my phone. I gotta find it. Little JB. That's what I had last night, homie. I don't care.
We got 4,000 people in here watching. Pound that like, subscribe. If you're not a member of the new channel, our other channel, go on over there right now to our other channel and get it. Got a lot going on, Smitty. Got a lot going on. The boat still ain't out the shop, so I'm trying to figure out.
What's wrong with the boat? It's been in shop for a long time.
A lot of things. I wanted to make sure we did a lot of things to it, so I don't have to pull it back out the boat.
Hey, you talk like Trump. You know why when you act like not being political, but like because I don't care about that no more. He's the president. I'm just saying like certain time like when you ask like him a question, he'll be like a lot of things or like like you know what I'm talking about. They be like
I don't think politically. Like, that's just like my honest response.
No, but I want to know specifically like what's wrong with the boat. A lot of shit, everything wrong. I'm like, no, tell me exactly what's wrong with the boat.
Well, I got a leak, a freshwater source leak. So it means it's not coming from the ocean. It means it's not leaking. It's not sinking. It's something inside some sort of pipe. They can't find it still.
What?
Yeah, they can't find the leak. And I don't know. I'm like, fuck, man. You motherfuckers retarded? Is this not what you do? You motherfuckers own a boat service company.
You might have to sell your yacht, man.
Huh?
Huh?
What'd you say?
I said you might have to sell your yacht.
Sell the yacht?
Sell it.
No, they're gonna give me a new yacht. I'm not gonna sell it unless they give me a new one.
They're gonna give you a new one. Real quick.
Well, I'm not gonna just eat this. I'm not taking this in the ass, homie.
Major pause. Since we're talking about health and eating right, and we'll bring this up probably again later with Coach Fred, but the video of Coach Fred is right here. Since we got some time here.
Yeah, show it real quick before we bring Gio and Nolan.
Yeah, let's bring it up real quick, Coach Fred video. Let's see it.
I do not own the rights to this song, but that's on me, baby. Hey, trying to get these 5 miles in before the Real Coach JB show. Hey, y'all tap in, man. Go follow it on X, the Real JB, YouTube, the Coach JB show with Big Smitty. Hey, Wednesday segment coming up. As soon as I get these 5 miles in, let's go. Bang, bang. Peloton gang.
Bang, bang, Peloton gang. Shout out to Coach Fred, man. Energy still high. He looks lean. Looks like he lost some weight in that picture, man. Obviously, it's something about the brothers, man. Like, we going to make sure we look good. We feel good. We work out. We try to stay healthy. You are right, JB. We got to eat a little better, and I'm working on that right now.
I eat unbelievably.
No, you don't.
I eat unbelievable. I don't.
The good thing about you,
I'll say fast food, homie. I don't drink soda. I don't drink any of that.
You don't go out to eat. You don't go out to eat. But you drink nothing but liquor.
Not during the week.
What you drink during the week? Don't lie.
What?
What do you drink during the week? Don't lie.
Water, homie.
No, you fucking. I ain't never seen you drink a glass of water in my life.
And you know, every month I fast for the first 3 days of the month.
Well, I don't matter. You fast because you about to like go overboard the next rest of the month.
No. But it doesn't matter. I don't drink liquor during the week unless
there's during the week.
Okay, listen. Can I be honest?
Yes.
I don't drink liquor during the week unless there's a football game on.
Okay, Monday, Thursdays. Friday. Because college and high school. So this man drinks liquor and again, he does drink soda. Why? Because he mixes it with his liquor. He drinks Palomas, which has squirt in it and grapefruit. So he drinks sodas, he drinks liquor, and he smokes 10 cigars per day. This is what I'm eating. Real simple.
That's not what you're eating. Stop, homie.
Right hand on the Bible. That's what I had.
Yeah, you had that one day. We see all the videos, dog. You just don't just switch this. You don't just switch it. Did you cook this?
Yeah, I'm eating the same thing tonight. Yeah.
Why is it on a paper plate?
Because we got paper plates and red solos from Costco, just so we get less dishwashing for certain stuff. You got
to have a home buyer's mentality to get a home and be a home owner.
Okay.
Start using glass plates or like a hard plastic plate and wash them. So you train yourself to have a home.
I wash dishes, homie. I'm just saying.
It's like dorm mentality. You're not a dorm room no more, homie. Hey, man, let's bring our man in. I don't want him sitting around. We got our quarterback trainer extraordinaire while we wait on Noel Mazzoni. Let's bring our main man, Coach Gio, in because we got a lot to discuss. Gio, what up, man?
What's going on, fellas? Everybody good?
Man, we're chilling. We're chilling. Hey, are you in San Diego?
This Friday, Saturday,
okay, Friday.
Sunday.
So you're coming down here to train. I got to ask you.
Little quarterback camp that my social media guy does for Quarterback Magazine, so I'm gonna run it for him.
Oh, okay, cool. I was there last week with Eric Weddle, Coach of the Year award. I had to give out a guy from I think La Casa Canyon won it. You got a lot of ties down there. A lot of quarterback. Yeah. Kelly Smith's son won the Player of the Year. Great event. I've never seen a high school award ceremony right immediately after the season before the state playoffs start. That well organized structure, 5,000 people. I mean, it was crazy.
Wow.
Very on TV, unbelievable deal. San Diego does there. Great deal. So
I do it right. It sounds like
they do it right. And I've been all over the place. I think per capita, Tulsa, Oklahoma is the best high school football city in America.
Yeah, my brother-in-law lives there, and he sends me photos every Friday night. He's just going to the games, and it's unreal.
People call me crazy. They're like, JB, you don't know. I'm like, I don't know.
True.
I'm only the best recruiter in America, motherfuckers. But anyway, yeah, Tulsa, Oklahoma is the best per capita. Not only facilities, I believe they have the best facilities per capita of any high school state. And yes, over Texas. Because remember, Texas is the size of Russia. So just be clear. Not every Texas high school has a fucking $10 million stadium, okay? There's a lot of shitholes out there. Tulsa, Oklahoma, in the city, between Owasso, Jenks, Union, they're all indoor practice field, indoor weight room, great, ridiculous stadium, sells out 25,000 a game. Mm-hmm. It's fucking unbelievable, man. It's unbelievable.
That's crazy.
Oh, no,
for real.
Tulsa's crazy, bro. I'm telling you right now. Tulsa's crazy. And that's the closest real talent to Independence, Kansas, because Kansas has none.
Right.
You got to go. It's crazy. You cross the border and you got, oh, shit, brothers. And by the way, Broken Arrow, a good friend of mine, is a coach there, been there a long time. Some of the best facilities I've ever seen anywhere. Yeah. Broken Arrow High School. I'm just telling you right now. It's unbelievable. So,
my brother-in-law sent me a video of a flyover before a game. A little like jets.
Yeah.
I'm like, are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Crazy, man.
Jinx Owasso is like a huge rivalry. Jinx Union, huge rivalry. Union High School, Smitty. I don't know if Bailey can find some of these pictures. Union sits in like this fucking hole.
Yeah.
The stadium sits in the hole with huge lights coming over the stadium. It looks like South Carolina Stadium.
Damn.
But it's a high school. Union sits in this hole, and it's kind of right downtown near like where a lot of shit happens. But Union Stadium, but Broken Arrow, you have to park. I mean, it looks like a Rose Bowl. You got to park fucking way out there, walk in. Real quick story, not to boast, but we walk into the Broken Arrow game. And this is during Netflix, the second year, so Netflix is already out. These motherfuckers send security out to grab us walking in the stadium because all these fucking fans. Oh my God! Me and my coach was walking in to recruit. Like we couldn't even act as coaches anymore. Like it was fucking unbelievable. Dog, there was a broad pull her titties. This is a high school, homie. It was an older lady. It was a mama.
Yeah.
Flashed her titties and jumped out of the crowd, homie, to the field, and they escorted her out. True story on my daughter. I'm that motherfucker.
Real question. Did you
I'm that motherfucker, homie. What?
Huh?
What?
What'd you say?
I'm that motherfucker. I should have tried to hit.
I was going to ask you. Like, that's the real question the world want to know.
I don't know. I wish I had social media or something at that time. I didn't know. Hey, if you see me, hit me up. Hey, we got some. I gotta ask you why Noel's sitting around bullshitting, Gio. I gotta ask you. He's technologically advanced, not advanced.
Yeah.
Let me ask you something about the college football playoff real quick, because Bailey made something for me that I want to discuss, because the college football playoff came out, but this is my NIT tournament bracket. Shout out to Bailey for making this. This is what I think, since everybody wants to give out a fucking award and a trophy to every single buddy, you might as well put everybody in. This is my NIT football bracket. and I believe this should be the NFL bracket on the other side. These games are better than the fucking real tournament games we're about to watch.
It looks like it. Yeah.
Hey, should this many teams be in the college football playoff?
Right now, the 12 teams, I don't think so. No.
Should the conference winner automatically get a bye?
I think if you win your conference, you should be in, correct? I mean,
but a bye.
No, not necessarily. I think you got to look at who you played and who you beat and who you know, and all that kind of stuff still got to figure in my opinion.
Yeah, I'm the same way, Smitty. I don't know where you are, Smitty, but
I think it's only 4 of them get buys, right? Because didn't, like, for example, Clemson won their conference, but they didn't get, like, they're not getting buys
because it's a flawed ass system. Notre Dame being the winner of an independent has to play no matter what. So they try to say, oh well, since we know they're going to have a bye or whoever, this other team will get a bye, and we'll equal it out at 6 teams with basically 2 of them have to play. And I'm just like, dog, once you get in, then seed the 12 teams you put in and just seed them 1 through 12. That would have been the best way. I don't understand why that's so rocket science hard to figure out. Just put them in the 12 that you go through your criteria, strength of schedule, which didn't matter again, apparently, and then go through your conference winners and all that. And Smitty just fucking seed them 1 through 12 from that point. And then Oregon wouldn't have got fucked for having the best season of the year. Like, it doesn't make no sense to me. I don't get it.
I still don't think Oregon got fucked, but that's a disagreement between us.
They have the hardest path, and they're the number 1 team. So what does that define? What do you define that as?
I'm saying I'd rather face, Ohio State or whoever that Ohio State
over Clemson,
over trying to play Texas, homie.
But Clemson's in there.
Texas, but Clemson's not gonna beat Texas.
But it doesn't matter. That's my point. I still rather play the winner of. I'd rather play the winner of that game than Ohio State, Tennessee.
You rather play an 8th or 9th seed than the 5th seed.
That's not an 8th or 9th seed though. That's why I'm saying it's so flawed, homie. So Boise State's the 3rd seed.
Okay, all right.
Come on,
Texas
man.
Ranked higher than Ohio. Regardless, okay, goes to the real rankings. Texas is ranked higher than Ohio State and in Tennessee.
No, they're not. Texas is not higher than Ohio State. They just lost. They went to 5, homie.
Ohio
State's 3rd, homie. Ohio State went to 2. Ohio State went to 3. Texas is at 5 on the real rankings. So they're not. That's what I'm saying. It's all fucking dumb. It doesn't make no sense. Nope. Boise State's 9, Smitty. They're the 3rd seed. How is that even possible? It just doesn't make sense. It's not like it doesn't make sense. It don't really make sense. I don't get it.
I'm excited for the games though. Regardless, like all the nuance that they can get better at, like how they line them up. But the 12 that I saw, I'm excited to watch these games. I think we're going to see a lot of good football. Yeah. If you guys watched the Conference Championship weekend, the games were amazing. Like we had overtime in the SEC Championship. Big Ten went down to the wire. Last play of the game, field goal. Like it was big time football. So like that was a good sign for me as a football fan going into this that we're about to see some more really great football in this playoff. I think JB's going to be pleasantly surprised and shocked at so many of the great matchups that's going to happen. Now, I'm sure there'll be 1 or 2 games where we're like, okay, that wasn't amazing. But I think overall it will be a success. I think JB's going to have to look back like, damn, man, like they got to clean some stuff up. But the product on the field, which is the main thing, I think you're going to look back to be like, damn, I ain't going to lie.
Why are the lines so crazy then? Why does Vegas have the fucking spreads at 10, 12, 14 points then if it's so fucking evenly paired, homie? Why is Vegas line so crazy right now?
Vegas been wrong a lot this year in college football. A lot.
The only thing I'm less excited about is watching fucking Mina on Netflix. That's the only other thing that I won't watch over this because I'm not excited about this 12-team playoff.
852 of Mina Kimes' name getting brought up. Let's see if the record can keep going.
But like Busting with the Boys did that shit to be trying to get Eisen on the show. Let's dive into something real quick with you, Gio. You hit me up last night. We were discussing the transfer portal opening up and all this shit's going crazy. And you're like, JB, this shit is the wild, wild west. It's unbelievable. It looks like, fucking a Chinese fire drill out here. Where you at with this father of 5-star Alabama wide receiver, Smitty? I don't know if you saw this, but he discusses how he forced his son to enter the transfer portal because he was offended that Alabama wasn't playing him. And apparently he's reneged and said this.
Don't you think you did too much, though? Yes, I did. I did too much.
So no. Explain to me, like, because like I want you parents to understand, like we all are dads,
Yes,
man,
sir.
and we all do too much at times.
Yes.
Because I look back at when my son was 8, and I'm like, damn, I was doing too much on the sideline. You know what I'm
Yes.
saying? So like, explain to me, what do you mean by that? Because I want these other dads to understand, like, we have to be on our sons, but what's too much?
Javon never wanted to leave Alabama. Javon never wanted to leave Alabama. Okay. I made that decision because, again, Mr. Baker and him being so arrogant that how dare you not play my son? How dare you not play my son against University of Georgia? Okay. And because of that arrogance, me and Coach Saban clashed.
We clash with the
GOAT.
This is further proof of the helicopter parent. This is why when I signed your son and I had a meeting and I invited all the parents in the first day and I told them, once you leave this place, do never call or text me again. Your fucking recruiting's over. And I'm daddy now. And not that way, but you know what I'm saying? I now am controlling it. You had the faith in me. I sold you the car. Now have faith in me that I'm going to do your son right. I'm not going to treat him like a piece of meat in the meat market, which we're seeing at an all-time high today. Smitty and I talk about it all the time on the show.
Yeah.
That's what people and parents and coaches to this day and players all know. That's why they come on the show and say, JB was always honest from the jump. He never fucking walked by me and didn't act like he knew me and all this shit. No, I'm going to tell you to come. I'm going to do it. That's all I have. My word is bond. These cats are lying to these kids left and right, and the kids are just dishonest with themselves. They're not as good as they think. And then the parents like this are the ones controlling the narrative. I have a saying, Gio, before I get your take. I used to tell the kids, I used to tell these parents in home visits, I would look at them across the way and I said, listen, I said, son, are you making the decision? Who is making the decision? And the son would go, me. I go, good. So you are a 17-year-old who's never paid a light bill, don't understand how to fucking graduate himself, don't know the directions without using Google Maps to get to the fucking 7-Eleven on your corner. You're going to make the decision. And then they look at me. And then I look at the mom. I go, no, the mother and the dad, you two should be giving them insight with your experience in life on X, Y, and Z. And then, son, you need to outweigh the options of the coaches who've been sitting in this home bullshitting you. Now figure it out from that point. Don't say you're making the decision because you'd be making a horrific one. That counters this daddy's argument when he said, I made the decision for my son. To me, you should be mentoring your son and leading him in the right path and telling him the do's and the don'ts, the positives and the negatives, not saying, oh yeah, let's go. You're not playing no more. You're fucking 70. Like, I'm trying to figure out, these helicopter parents have softened these kids' mindsets so bad over the last 10 years with the football 7-on-7, the AAU and basketball. These parents think they're the reason we go watch. Like, that's just like the referee mentality that's out here on the NFL. Everyone's there to watch them throw a flag.
Yeah.
No one's there to watch you in the fucking crowd, dad, smoke weed and talk shit and be ghetto at the fucking 7-on-7 tournament. That is what it's turned into be. And I got so many coaches hitting me up like, dog, this is ridiculous. I went to the game the other day, and it's fucking parents smoking weed, talking shit, trying to fight the coach. This is at high school in the playoffs. So I'm just saying, man, the parents. But you texted me, Gio, that this is the wild, wild west. This shit's crazy. You're trying to help your guys navigate the portal right now. So after seeing that right there, where are you at? With what you saw,
you can't let like you said. I believe in 100% that you gotta give great advice as a parent, and you gotta give great insight, and then you gotta let the young man make a decision on what he feels best and where he's gonna do the best that he could be, and where he wants to be. Because if he doesn't want to be there for all the right reasons, he'll figure it out and leave. But you can't have mom and dad, like you said. 7-on-7, who's coaching the team? Some dad. Little league, who's coaching the team? Some dad, so the kid can play a lot of the times. Not all the times, but I would say about 85% of the time. And it's just So once they start doing all this from youth, training the kid that way, that, hey, I got you. I'm going to take care of everything. You're going to play. You're going to be this. You're going to be that. By the time they get to this point here, they don't know how to make up their mind. They have no idea. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm with you. The 7-on-7 absolutely has ruined stuff, and the way these kids think, the way these kids, I don't know, put in extra time on things that they don't need to be putting extra time in. You go train, go run some routes, go get some extra work in, go catch 1,000 balls out of the jugs machine. You know what I mean? That kind of stuff. Go play sevens once in a while. I'm not against it, but go play it once in a while and play it with guys you're going to play with on your team. In my opinion, that's all I'm saying.
No doubt.
Yeah, I've got about 6 guys, trying to. Not all of them are in the portal yet, because I've advised them. I'm like, look, if you don't got any takers, let's don't jump in there right away. So what I do for them is I kind of feel around and see if we got some interest, and at that point, then we'll make a decision with everybody, mom, dad, myself, but not until there's an opportunity in that thing. You know what I mean, Coach?
No doubt. Hey, Noel, can you turn your camera sideways?
Well, he's driving. It might be hard.
Oh, there you go. If you're driving, did you just rob a bank?
Hey, I got shit to do during the day, and I just sit on damn,
Did you just rob a bank? You're looking around like head on a swivel. Like, are you watching Mina Kimes talk about cover fucking 2, or what are we doing here?
Coach over there, you look you're nervous.
Hey, I look like a nerd. Are you in Compton, homie? Are you in the gun?
Look at it.
Where you at, Coach?
Coach Mazzoni's on the far east side of Post Road recruiting right now, and he's nervous.
No, I'm trying to cross this intersection.
Oh shit! You do that first. I don't want to go viral for the wrong reason.
No, stare at the phone while you're doing it. I'll see how good you are.
Coach trying to go viral regardless. Then he want to go viral. Boom, boom, boom. Fuck, homie. Let this man cross the road with the chicken.
Yeah, I had a 9 o'clock meeting, and then I had to pick up a drone. I got to do some stuff. So, but next week I'm good. Since I didn't know you were back up.
That rooftop, okay.
All right. Go do it.
I didn't know you were back up and rolling.
I know. My bad. I know you're in Mexico, so I didn't think. I thought you were out there doing big time things out there. Thanks for the invite, by the way. But hey, go handle that, man. It's all good. Next week we'll get to it, because we got some film, and we'll get back to the film session. People loved it.
Yeah, just give me 2 seconds here, and I'll get across this, and then I'm good.
Oh, okay. I'm just saying, if you need to go, don't worry about it.
You guys can keep talking. I'll jump in a second.
Yes,
all right. Hey, Gio, let's do. We got some film to show, and
let's go.
And I wanted to show a little bit of. I don't know, Bailey, did you get it or no? Want me to show it? I don't know if Bailey got it in or not. Let me see. Oh, share the screen. Okay, bet. Let's share this screen here.
Can't wait to see this right here, man. It was good. Was it 2 weeks ago we did?
Hey, I got to hit up a lot of people wanted to see this shit.
I did too. A lot of people were watching, loved it. Yeah.
Yeah, no doubt. All right, so we got a QB. Bailey, go ahead. Not yet, Bailey. My bad. Can you guys see it when it comes on?
Yeah. Hey, my boy said, Bailey, go ahead. Not yet, Bailey.
There's a commercial, and I didn't want to waste our time. All right, Bailey, go ahead. Here it starts, Gio. This is a QB right in your lane.
What's his name, JB?
Hold on. It's the kid that just killed the health guy. Hey, so listen, real quick. Can we dive in? Can we dive into this whole thing? Hey, Smitty. I can't see you guys, homie, so I got the screen. I thought this is the guy that
his
did
name
the
is
whole...
Rita Gonzalez, a senior, man. He got 2,120 passing yards, 30 touchdowns, and a 3.75 GPA. Which for me is the most impressive thing. Let's see the highlights, though.
Okay, hold on. So let's look at this right here. First of all, number one, Rita Gonzalez. Okay, the GPA I like. The yards PAS. Number one, that's not a good look.
Yeah,
okay?
that way.
Spell it out. and put passing yards. You can just put YRDS. That's fine, but passing should be spelt out. And then 30 touchdowns. But also, for you guys out there, you quarterbacks, put how many interceptions you threw.
Please.
Put how many interceptions you threw.
Let me interject here, okay? All right? This will
Okay.
help these kids. So back when I was at the Jets, I did a study of what were the common denominators of franchise quarterbacks in the NFL. All right, so I did a 10-year study, went and looked at every quarterback that was drafted in the top 3 rounds. What amazed me was the number of first-round quarterbacks that I said their name, you wouldn't even know they were, right? Just flash in the pans, right? So these were the only things that they all had in common. I'm talking about Elway, Peyton Manning, Drew Brees, franchise guys. So it was height, and the exception was Drew Brees. They were all 6'2" or better. It was completion percentage. They all had high completion percentage.
At that time.
They all had good touchdown to interception ratios, and then they had number of games played. They all had multiple, like in the 30s and 40s, of games played in college. And like, to me, a great example of that is Bo Nix.
Yep.
Bo Nix played like 60 college games. He's
60,
seen it.
yep.
He's got so much experience. It's crazy. As opposed to, we signed like a Mark Sanchez had 14 college games he played in.
Yeah, no doubt. So what Coach Mazzoni is telling you, son, put your GPA, that's cool. But listen, we'll get your transcripts. GPA is not a necessity for me. I'll get your transcripts. I'm already going to know from your coach, hey, is he a qualifier or not? I don't need your GPA on there. I'd rather have your measurables, your height, your weight, your touchdowns to interception ratio, and then put those measurables on the screen. Then I'll go do my homework as a coach. So coach is telling you to throw out the positive with the negative, so we already know. This is your thumbnail.
Yeah.
Your thumbnail attracts the coach. The coach is going to click this for a possibility of 5 seconds if the shit is not right. I'm just telling you. So let's watch this.
If I put your completion percent, if I say, okay, you threw for 3,000 yards, great, but you're a 52% completion guy.
So it tells me it's all fade, go deep. Yeah.
Or I'm going, wait, this might be an accuracy issue with this kid, right?
Yeah. So horrible ball security, elongated.
Extend plays.
Yeah, a little long, a little. So I'm watching right now. He's got a wind up delivery. That's a throw up Hail Mary type of ball. That's not a good look for me. His base is really, really wide.
He almost fell down on that when he threw it.
Yeah, and he doesn't have a strong arm at all.
Everything is like D-ball. There's no dig.
Oh my God, this guy needs Elevate.
Yeah.
This guy needs to sign up for Elevate.
I think he needs the weight room. He looks kind of small. He looks kind of thin. I don't know. I might be wrong.
I don't mind his delivery. He's
decent. He's decent action D-ball.
We could shorten his delivery up. No, Gio, we can shorten it up a little bit.
Next thing, tell these recruits if their school or tell their head coach shoots to shoot tight end zone shots.
Yeah, we can't.
I love to watch tight end zone shots of quarterbacks.
Yes, got to see his feet, got to see his measurables. End zone copy will show me no weird shit here. This is what coaches talk. I want to see his ass and his thighs, just as a D tackle. I want to see the D tackle's ass and thighs. We used to look at how many times we watch film knowing, that too little, his ass too small.
Yeah.
I mean, people will realize, Smitty, you know this better than anybody. If your ass is small as a 3 technique, you're getting doubled the shit out of, and I don't need you.
Yeah.
So those are things that we talk about. Late, throw the double coverage. I mean,
yeah, a lot of 50-50 stuff. Just
if you're grading this kid right now already, if you're grading the kid, he's a C to me at best without watching practice film or anything. I don't mind his arms getting a little bit. It's wearing on me a little bit. I don't mind it.
His arms bad now. He got potential. He got potential.
Yeah, he could have a little. He has a little upside, but his feet, he's all over the place. He needs some coaching.
Here's the next thing to know. Never listen to a defensive coach give you evaluation thoughts.
Facts.
Smitty.
True.
Facts. All I'm saying, he got potential though, Coach. Is that true? Is there potential there?
Yeah, he's a senior though, right?
Yeah.
So,
I'd probably move.
Well, he ain't going D1. He probably go.
yeah, he
D3.
can have my opportunity to keep playing at some level. Yeah.
D3.
No, let's clear it, Bailey. I'm gonna pull the next guy. Hey, no, you said you probably move on from him, huh?
Yeah.
Same with me. Next kid, real quick. We got another guy. He's a senior as well. Another quarterback. He's from La Cañada, right here in Southern California, Pasadena area. We'll bring it in. Don't know his measurables either. But here's the thing. I'm glad we got this huddle film on this kid. And I'm going to start it right from the beginning. Hold on. My bad, Bailey.
Oh, you might have got a tight shot from the back there, Coach. I don't know.
Yeah. Go ahead, Bailey. This is the very beginning right here.
There's
There's nothing. There's nothing. This is the first clip. No introduction. We don't know who you are.
Yeah.
We don't know shit about you.
I kind of like it though. Like, just get straight to it.
Yeah, but we don't know anything about the kids, Smitty. At least show me your name. What the fuck's your name?
My game is my name. Yola Mike.
I mean, shit.
My game is my name.
Yeah, this is a kid that first of all, we don't know anything about you. We probably wouldn't even open the film. I probably wouldn't have opened the film because we don't have the time, Noel, right? We don't have the time to hope and shit in one hand and wish in the other one. We don't have the time to watch guys that have no film name because we got guys that we know about. We're not just risking wasting our time here. We got 30 quarterbacks to watch. Gio's the QB coach, knows the OC. He's like, hey, did you watch these 5 kids today? Well, yeah, but 2 of them we just moved on from. That's
on the scene.
Yeah, he's not very good. He's a tweener. It just we don't know nothing about him. I'm gonna have to pass on him.
Hey, I got a job for your video guy, JB.
Okay.
All right. Let's put on next week. Let's put on a film of the kid who's a freshman starting in college. The kid at Tennessee.
Yeah,
Nico. Yep.
Let's put on a film of him.
In high school?
In high school, and then let's put on a film of the top, who a couple of top guys from this year, and let's see what a guy that just took it to the next level and is playing well, what he looked like in high school.
I like
no doubt. Yeah, we'll definitely do
now
that.
You gotta look like this, son.
Yeah, no doubt. And we saw your film and how you moved around and all that stuff.
Right.
But yeah, that was BPS. No, be safe. You back home?
Yeah. Yep.
You look like a cop.
Yeah. Looks like he's patrolling the neighborhood.
Officer Mazzoni.
Hey, so next week we'll do that when you're stationary.
Hold on. I actually am talking to the police right now.
Uh-oh.
See ya.
Later.
Good morning.
Pulled over?
He got pulled over.
He got pulled over?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
Come on,
nah,
Coach.
He didn't get pulled. That was his boy. He's here. Pull him in, Bailey.
He's joking.
Oh, he got stuck.
I thought he got pulled over. My fault. I was like, what?
No, but hey, Coach made a good point. I'll have parents give me their highlight tapes, and guys like kids I train. And one thing I always tell them is like, go look at the 5 or 6 or 7 guys in the last couple of years that I had actually get Division I scholarships. Go look at their highlight tape. Go see what it looked like. You want me to tell you what should be on there? Well, go look at someone who got where you wanted to go and go see what their tape looks like.
Now there's anomalies, Smitty. I pull up a guy and he's 6'6", and slanging it all over the place, and I'm like, oh shit! I found guys like that. JUCO. I found guys like that. You know what I mean?
For sure.
So,
sometimes people just don't have the resources. They don't know how to do it. So, like, sometimes you gotta just give them a little. All right, let me at least watch it. I know it's not the best. They don't have the weight. They don't have all this, but You know, I played with some guys who like really like just in the hood was late bloomers, didn't play football until like junior year. I had a DN I played with who was like 6'5", 235, raw though. Just never played until high school, but had a lot of potential, a lot of raw. He's a guy who he would have known how to went on huddle and put together a perfect highlight tape. So there's still guys out there, like you mentioned, that you got to kind of, at least give them the benefit of the doubt, I'll say.
Hey, Coach, before you get out of here today, let me ask you, who's your guys in the portal, and where do you want to see out of them, especially in the QB market? You know the QB market in the portal. What quarterbacks are – because there's news popping up every 5 seconds. There's a kid leaving Tulane right now. There's a kid leaving here.
Yeah.
All these guys are leaving. Are you monitoring that and are looking and saying, okay, all right, son, you're talking to your kid now. You need to look into this school because this guy just left.
Right. That's exactly what happened. I mean, the kid from New Mexico will let everybody know where the Devin Dampierre kid, because Bronco and those guys all left. So Devin's made his decision. I think he's gonna announce it on Friday, and it's a big time. It's a big time program. Yeah, he threw for 2,700, rushed for 1,300 this year at New Mexico.
So you're saying he's going to go to a big time pro without saying he's going somewhere. You know where he's going. Probably
he's done. It's done. Yeah, he'll be up there Friday putting his name on a piece of paper, and super proud of this kid, man. Like, he's earned it. Do you know what I'm saying?
So you're saying he's going for New Mexico, similar to what the kid at Vanderbilt did.
Yeah.
He's going to go from a New Mexico State level to a big time school.
Yeah, and I'll tell you off air.
Yeah,
for sure.
Because
I'm just saying that's just crazy to me.
Announcement yet, but
But
listen, the school that hired him, and I'll explain this to you. The school that got him was smart. They did something really smart.
Hired him. You're right.
To get him, they hired him exactly. But they did something pretty smart that UC schools do once in a while to get a guy, and it wasn't anything funky or anything. It's just, hey, we want this guy. How do we get you? And this kid's special. Trust me, he'll do a good job. I was proud of my kid at Washington. I don't know if he's competed against Oregon. Oregon's really good, but that was DeMond's first, start as a freshman. That's all he could do. Played. He's going to be special to watch. He does, over the next couple of years. But I have a couple guys that are, like you said, seesawing on that. Do I go into portal or not? But I'm not letting them do anything until I can poke around and find out if somebody likes them or not. Do you know what I'm saying? We don't want to get in there and have nowhere to go. I've had 4 or 5 kids do that in the past, and they're just there's nowhere to go.
How many? Let me ask you. I got to ask you because I'm just like thinking of both sides of the fence here, and I'm like, all right, how many parents do you deal with that also? Okay, so who's of all your players leaving right now, your quarterbacks in particular?
Yeah.
Are you dealing with a single mom in most regards here? Or are you sitting with a dad? Are they? Are they like, nah, Gio, we got this? Like, where are you at?
Crazy as it sounds, I would say that 90% of my guys that come from 2-parent homes, and it doesn't matter whether they're black, white, Hispanic. You know what I'm saying? So I've been fortunate there that those kids have. You know what I'm saying? Have 2 parents in the house, but I'm dealing with the parents a little bit. Just they're more of a concerned, like, just questions. Hey, what's going on? How do we handle this? They're not being too pushy. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I'm just dealing with the kids. Some of the kids are still, have opportunity to play in bowl games. Some of the kids are waiting to see who gets hired at their school. Do you know what I mean? A couple guys left. I have a couple guys at schools waiting to see who they bring in. Because you know how this works. That coach is going to bring in another guy.
Shout out to my main man in the chat, man. He's over on X, Steve Broussard. Bailey's in the chat. Bailey's our producer. I would hope he knows who Steve is, but Steve is a Wazoo legend, Washington legend. I think he's coaching now up at Cal Poly Slow. Legendary Washington State running back, NFL running back, Seattle Seahawk running back. Good friend of mine. Known him a long, long time. So shout out to Steve in the chat. Played with Drew Bledsoe. Drew Bledsoe was his quarterback at Wazoo. And a good friend of mine who just passed away, Mac Starks. where you at? Where you at with this whole thing, man? Sparks. I mean, where you at with this whole the last part of this before you get out of here? This portal thing. These guys going in and then coming back out. I enter the portal and then oh no, I'm gonna renege and stay. And then because for me as a coach, bye. Once you enter that bitch, for me, you're done. Kirby Smart is allowed a guy back in. I don't know if you saw that. So
I think that just tells me if you want to be there or not, right? I mean, if it's going to work, if you go in, then hey, you got to live with it. You got to live with some decisions that you make sometimes.
I don't understand how you're allowed to make a move in a portal. This team is in the playoff. I tried to tell these cats. No one listened to me. Oh, you won't see guys enter the portal, JB. You won't see guys opt out of the playoff. Bullshit. You are.
Yeah.
So this is what it is right here. Like Steve said, not a lot of forethought and sound advice they're getting. I'm just telling you, they're getting crazy advice from these 7-on-7 personal trainer street agents. And I think you need to – I said yesterday, Gio, you need to certify the street agent.
Absolutely. The guy that I use for our guy is he's a great guy. His name's Chris Stewart. He's Drew Brees' agent. So Drew Brees' marketing agent is my agent. Chris Stewart. He does an unbelievable job for these kids because he's legit. You know what I'm saying? He's the real deal, and so he's the one that helps my guys.
The good thing about this example,
I
would say, at least this guy didn't like literally leave a year and then come back. Like he probably made an emotional decision, had a street agent in his ear, tell him to enter the portal. He probably entered the portal, got back talking to Kirby or whatever, talking to the teams. Like, you know what? You're right. I was tripping. And that's something that I can see a 19-year-old doing, like just having being led in the wrong direction, but then having a chance to sit back, think about it. You know what? I'm tripping. I apologize, and then stay put. So I'm actually happy that he actually ended up staying. I think this is a positive sign, in my opinion.
I've had to advise guys a bunch of times not to do it, and they did it anyway. And I've had 3 or 4 kids that were unbelievably talented that are still trying to get on the field 3-4 years later.
The problem is the grown folks in the room, Gio, the grown folks in the room, the non-carrying assholes of America, the NCAA, has allowed a kid who don't know shit from Shinola to make a business decision where he doesn't even know what's right and what's left. That's the problem I see. Like, why are you giving him the option during a fucking college football playoff to leave your team and brethren and everyone you committed to during the season? Like Lane Kiffin said yesterday, this is a super flawed system to have a portal open.
Yeah, that's crazy.
During a fucking playoff.
That's crazy.
It makes no sense. We're setting kids up for failure. If back in the day you were forced to do something, like Smitty was forced to stay until, right? I was forced to stay until,
right?
Whatever until was. Nowadays, fucking here, go ahead, son. Go fuck up your life. Like that's basically not saying they will. I'm just saying we're giving them the option to. Before we were forced to say,
I think it comes down to they got to change. I don't know how to do it. The reason why they're allowing them to enter the portal right now is because the semester starts right at a certain date.
That's the reason.
Because the same thing with me. Coach has been doing it forever. When I was at Ball State, our offensive coordinator left before our bowl game, and we lost. And we had an incredible season. We've been like our first bowl win, I think, maybe in school history. And our offensive coordinator got a head coaching job somewhere else, so he had to leave to start preparing for recruiting and things like that. It was messed up for all of us. But I understand what he had to do what he had to do. So I think now that the transfer portal is a thing now, the players are kind of in that same situation where it's like, if you're going to transfer, you got to do it now. So it's like, damn, I don't some of these guys, they don't want to skip out on their teammates and then they want to end the season off the right way. But it's like now, it's like you don't have a choice. If you want to be here for the semester with your new team and get acquainted, you kind of got to go now. So I think they got to figure out something to change that. I don't know what it is.
Steve Broussard is coaching D1 right now, and he's in there saying that's exactly what's happening. Like they have no plan. These kids are being told the wrong thing. Steve, I'm about to get you on the boat on the show. Gio, man, it's always a pleasure. We got Coach Fred from Alcorn State joining us here in a minute. What you got going on the rest of the week? You're coming to San Diego. We'll hook up.
Yeah, for sure. I'll be out there Friday. Just gonna go. I got some college guys back in town. Want to get to work, so I'm gonna go out and work a little bit with them. Those guys today, and keep seeing what's going on in this portal for a couple months. I was on the phone all day yesterday. You know how that goes. Not looking forward to that, but hopefully we can get some of these guys wrapped up and find a good spot for them. And then I'll give you the info on my guy where he ended up. I told you from New Mexico. Big program, was down this year. They're very rarely down. You like it. You'll like where he's going to go.
Nice.
Yeah.
Shout out to Ball State, man. Chirp. We'll appreciate you.
you guys.
Hey, yeah, we'll see you next week, and I'll see you this weekend maybe.
Yeah, that'd be great, man. You guys have a great one.
All right, brother. You too.
All right.
I can't. You know what I can't wait for every Wednesday?
What?
Other than breaking down film, and I think that's a hell of a. We can make that segment big. Coach Fred when he comes in and cooks you.
Hey man, Coach Fred gonna have to give me 2 minutes. I gotta move my car.
I know. We'll go. Let's take a commercial, Bailey. Let's take a commercial real quick so I can get a coffee refill. Smitty's gonna move his car, and then Fred and I will come back because Smitty will take 20-30 minutes. We'll get back, and then and we'll break down some more portal talk, Smitty. Some more. We also have a segment, Smitty. Coaches on the hot seat.
Ooh-wee.
Our top of the world, top 5 coaches on the hot seat. We're going to dive into that NFL-wise. We're going to dive into that. So everybody pound that like, subscribe, become a member. Head on over to our other channel as well. Subscribe to that as well today. We'll be back in 5.
Your friends, Steve, Mina Kimes and Kay Adams are being eyed for Netflix's Christmas doubleheader. I think you guys you guys might have talked about this on your show, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah, I mean, look, my view is this. Kay Adams is the host. Adams is okay. I like her. She all right. Mina, if she's the one that's going to be the analyst.
I like how Steve did. Okay, Adams.
I mean, okay. Not okay. Not all right. I mean, what's next for Mina? Is she going to be the head coach of the NFL, or are they going to make her the JJ Redick?
I believe you and Woodard had a take on this. I think we got a. Is there a video? Or I think we got a video.
The NFL has an Xmas package. I think 2 shows on Netflix, and the Crouching Tigers have a role, it appears, in this NFL show or studio show. Mina Kimes is being eyed, and Kay Adams are being eyed for the NFL Xmas shows on.
Hey, Steve, what does this mean? Because I saw the tape. What does this mean, the Xmas show?
No, Netflix got the rights to Christmas Day football. So they're going to be showing a couple of games, which means certain teams are going to be playing like 3 games in 15 days because you know why? We're about player safety. But anyway, so that's why. And so that's why they need some studio hosts. Now, look, Kay Adams as the point guard is fine. I like her. Yes. Mina Kimes as the quote-unquote football analyst. Okay, you're going to tell me how many times the percentage of a first down run against, 4-3 under with 21 per. Okay, well, I could read a doggone graph. Just saying.
Whitlock, do not have me on about this.
No, you need to be on.
You don't want me on about this one. I swear to God. You know what I might do?
Oh, man.
I might have a live show.
An alternate stream, the Coach JB cast.
Why she's doing it. I mean, I might have to do it. Smitty. You and I, Smitty, both of us. And you're going to have to give real takes on how bad she is.
Live stream on Christmas.
Yeah, on Christmas.
Ladies and gentlemen, joining us now is a man who he spoke to every single NCAA college football 2025 team seemingly on the internet. From Last Chance U, national champion, Coach JB.
Yeah, Coach.
What's up, gentlemen? Coach, just great car, Great stick. Thank you for pulling off to the side of the road. Hope you don't get killed here. Honestly, side of the road, LA, I assume that's not necessarily the safest place on earth. So we'll make this quick. How do you feel about all of these new coaches now in this NCAA College Football 2025 game using your speeches to motivate these boys from one side of the country to the other, Coach?
I feel broke.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy. Can I get like a royalty or something? Like, Netflix already screwed me. I'm getting screwed by EA Sports now too? Like, holy shit. I hit him up. I reached out to him like, hey, trying to be cordial and nice. I'm a nice guy, you know me.
Yeah.
And I was like, hey, EA Sports, maybe I can actually be your video guy and do a real video instead of using my name, image, and likeness.
Oh, shit.
And maybe I can get a little piece of the pie, but nah, it's all right. Just keep sharing my 500 million views of it.
I don't mean to laugh at you, but obviously you are a hilarious, miserable person, and this kind of is how it goes.
Hey, Pat, I was actually chilling. My back went out yesterday, so I didn't even do my show today. So I just left my chiropractor, and I'm waiting on this damn cigar company to open. They're late, of course. I mean, come on.
Shit. Okay, so life is good. Last question for me, because I know the last time we talked to you, you had not watched the Netflix series Last Chance U. You said that. You said, I've not watched it, but obviously you've heard from everybody. Now, do you see some clips that come across your way? You're like, I don't remember saying that. And then all of a sudden, I killed that. And do you judge your clips whenever you see them? You're like, I murdered that one.
Nah. A broad came over to the house the other day, and I didn't really want to watch Netflix with her and chill. But she wanted to watch the show. We watched one episode.
Okay.
And I'm like, I can't watch this.
Okay.
And she was like, oh my God. I'm like, I don't want to watch this. It was the first scene of the cow scene or whatever. And I'm like, yeah, they only made about $4 billion off my name on this shit. I'm not watching Netflix either. So I'm spiteful right now, Pat. I don't want to watch Netflix. I don't want to watch EA Sports video game. I'm like, man, and I can't even get 40,000 subscribers on my YouTube channel.
Well, you're going to the moon. We appreciate the hell out of you, Coach. Hopefully it'll get figured out, and we know the Netflix and chill thing, what that leads to. Bad backs, chiropractors. We appreciate you. Ladies and gentlemen, Coach JB.
Yeah, Coach. Yeah, we ain't going solo dolo. I'm here. I'm locked in. I'm ready, man. It's time for my guy, my brother.
Can I get a request before we bring Fred in? Can I get a request?
What?
I did a video yesterday. What's wrong, homie?
Which video you talking about?
Baby, can you put this in? Because I wanted
Not that segment you talking about that we did yesterday, right?
No. Oh, no.
That was kind of crazy, homie.
You know, Paris did a short. I haven't posted it.
I'm nervous, homie.
And she did a short. I have to go through it, but I don't know. But the thing is, she was like, I'm glad you, because I had to block her. Because I just block people now. And she goes, Paris hit me and was like, man, I'm glad you blocked her because she's just talking crazy nonsense about Last Chance U and shit. Now, she wanted some clout, homie. So it is what it is.
Anyway, so we're waiting on Belly for the video. Here we go.
Gio just gave me some insight on the kid. Ooh.
Ball State?
He said big program.
Well, you said big program, had a down year. I figured to be Ball State. Figured out. We'll talk about it a little later, but there's a video right here, y'all, that's JB made last night for all the audio listeners that he wants y'all to see before we bring on Coach Fred. So let's go ahead and play it.
What up, man? I wanted to get something off my chest, man, about this transfer portal at an all-time high and all these kids continuing to write these basic it's God's plan tweets. No, it's fucking not God's plan for you to transfer every fucking year and be at 4 fucking schools in 5 years. That's not God's plans, homie. Stop fucking saying it. Say it's God's plan for me to drop my fucking nuts and have some integrity and character and fight for a spot and be able to take an ass ripping from a coach and be able to stay somewhere and develop some tough skin.
That's God's plan. Just FYI. Stop using the fucking Twitter finger, keyboard warrior, fucking cop-out, cowardly fucking tweet that it's God's plan. No, it's not. And for all you coaches out there, I find it very, very embarrassing, or what the youngsters say, cringeworthy. Listen, I'm a Barry Odom guy. I like Barry. But for him to address a Purdue roster today in a locker room, basically 24 hours after leaving a UNLV program, is very, very cringeworthy. This is the wild, wild west, man. You were just at a program. You just left 100 guys to Delvon Alexander, a good friend of mine who's now the interim head coach at UNLV, to now take a program on and then hire another coach. And now you're at a new school doing the same shit over and over and over and expect a different result. I just don't get it. Athletic directors, presidents, I don't understand the rationale, man, on how you hire folks. And I really don't get it. It's a wild, wild west. If the grown-ups in the room are doing the same shit as the kids are doing, what do you expect the kids to continue to do? They only know what they know and don't know what they don't know. I don't see a lot of leadership in this thing anymore. I see a lot of finger pointing, and I see a lot of cop-outs, man. This is a meat market, and unfortunately, you babies, the kids, the players are the pieces of meat. But you also got to develop some tough skin at the same time and understand that, hey, man, 1% of you guys will make it on Sundays. The other 99% of you will get a shit NIL deal and will not make it on Sundays. So get your degrees. Jesus Christ. What degrees are you getting? Like, what school are you earning it from? You don't even know. You're at 5 of them. Smitty, I said that because I wanted to bring up both parts of it, which you and I debate. I mean, I think the grown man in the room should have an option because he's earned it. He's been around. He's coached for a long time. He's feeding his family. He should do it just as a CEO should leave Morgan Stanley to go to Bank of America. I think those are career moves. A kid doing it, to me, is a spur of the moment, no real information yet, because you just don't have it yet. You haven't lived long enough. You haven't been around the block enough.
But those could be career moves as well, though. And we've seen it in certain situations of them make that move. The quarterback from Ohio State leaves Ohio State, goes to Illinois. I mean, Syracuse, excuse me.
Very few.
Quarterback. I'm just saying that's an example. There's so many of those examples where success stories as well. So I just want to.
But the thing is, we don't cover failures. That's why. The failures outweigh the success stories. It's not even close. We just don't cover those. The problem is we see the Jalen Hurts, who was mentored and nurtured by Nick Saban for 4 years, goes to Oklahoma, and then everyone thinks, oh, he's a transfer. He did it. Joe Burrow, he did it. No, they were at a program for a very long time, were nurtured and developed, and then went over here for year, grad transfer in Russell Wilson, grad transfer in Jalen Hurts. Yeah. And then you see those guys' success stories, but you don't mention the millions of failures. And that's why I don't agree with that. But at the same time, the coaches now are giving me cringeworthy vibes because now it is the wild, wild west. And at one point in your life, when are you going to say, all right, I own this. I committed to you, mother and father of XYZ kid. I'm telling you, I'm staying here to coach your kid and get him through the process. If that kid leaves after year 1, then that's when the coaches are going to say, oh, well, fuck this. I just told this kid's parents I'm going to do XYZ. The kid just shitted on me and left. I didn't do nothing wrong with the kid. I didn't lie to the kid. I told the kid I was going to do this. He chased a bigger bag during the fucking playoffs, which is crazy, right? So now the coach is now saying, all right, fuck it. Now let me spin it and reverse it. The coach, though, needs to have some sort of grown adult attitude and say, I got to be the guy to change it as the coach, even though, because you got to go in this business, Smitty. This is a long winded take. You got to go in this business knowing you're going to get hurt by a kid. Never trust them. Don't ever trust these kids. You're going to get hurt by these kids because they're going to leave you or they're going to shit on you. They're going to lie to you. They're going to do something to you. But you're in it for the big picture of this thing, meaning I'm going to do this for a group of kids, not just one. and I'm doing it for a program, and I'm doing it for a professional career. You can't just quit and leave either. Now, I'm not saying Barry Odom quit, but what I'm seeing is these one-and-dones in Mendenhall, 2 years Barry Odom at UNLV, these other guys, and then I see a video like this pop up of Barry Odom addressing his new team 48 hours after he left his old team. Take a look.
I don't know if you guys are around the rest of this week, but I'll be here and would love. I've got a number of things I'm doing on campus and around the community here, but if you got a chance to stop by the office, I'd love to sit down and visit with you, okay? But then we got to go to work. And I know, I look around the building, it's the first time I've ever been in it. But there's everything here that is built for a successful program and a successful team. And it wasn't that long ago that Purdue was competing and winning championships. And it's our vision and our goal and my mindset that that's exactly where we're going to get back to. And we're going to get back there really, really quickly. You guys understand that? Yes, sir.
That John said people don't care about your failures and what you went through. They only care about your success. You don't have any success without failures, contrary to belief, homie. There's not a person I know in this world that's successful that didn't have a fucking failure which created his success. Not one person in this whole fucking world, unless you are a fucking billion-dollar baby born into it.
Even they make mistakes. I don't know nobody who rode a bike their first time and got it perfectly right the first time. I'm just saying, like, it go back to the simplest form of life, simplest activity of life. Everybody,
Here's my case in point, Smitty. Here's the case in point. I don't know if you heard about this, and I don't know if it's true or not. I doubt it's really 1,000% true. But the head coach at Marshall left for Southern Miss. To me, it's a lateral move. That's to me. I also get that he's a brother in Huntington, West Virginia, and that could be a whole geographical discussion.
Mm-hmm.
And I understand Mississippi's probably a little more favorable to brothers in that geographic scope, even though Mississippi's a very, very, let me tell you, racial state. Apparently the rumor is the entire Marshall roster entered the portal.
The entire roster?
That's the rumors I'm hearing from a few text messages. The entire roster. I don't know. That's why it's hard for me to believe. They said the entire roster entered the portal at Marshall. Insane. But let's just say it's true. Allegedly. We don't know if it is, but let's say it is. I got to look at the grown man in this, even though I give the grown man a lot of leeway because he's earned the right to go better his career and feed his family at 50 years old, 55, 45, 40. I believe, so I want to be clear. I don't give the same leeway to a 17 to 21-year-old who don't know what the fuck they're doing in life yet. But to be fair to the kid that is seeing the coach leave at all-time high as well, case in point, if the whole Marshall team entered the portal, it's because the coach just left. The adults, the grown up in the room. And that's where I say we got to make a stance as the adults in the room and say, okay, look, we have to say, what are we going to do to fix it? People bitch at me about the politics in California. I'm from here, homie. It's not so easy for me to come to Florida, come to Texas. It's not that easy for me because I'm a stand-in fighter. I want to change California. Not that I'm going to be the governor or the mayor or whatever, but I'm just saying I have the mindset of I want to stay and change the best state in the country. That's my mindset. I would want to change how currently football is. That's just how I am. I just can't up and leave after committing to a bunch of kids. I want to make that place great. I want to be the guy to say, there's no greater thing, Smitty, than doing something that another motherfucker said you cannot do.
Mm-hmm.
And that is my motto. I live by that motto. I want to be the guy that was the underdog that said I couldn't do it, and I want to give them a fucking shit sandwich to eat. That was always my mindset. I did it in the Jayhawk conference when I took over Independence. Everyone said, no fucking way. This is the worst JUCO in the country. And we go fuck around. And I went fucking 3-1 versus Hutch. I went 2-2 versus Butler. I went 2-1 versus Garden. You can't do it. Well, I did it. That's the issue I have, though, when the grown-ups don't want to fight anymore, even though I understand the landscape. and kids will lie to you and they'll leave. And I get all that. It's a bigger scope to me in the bigger picture. And that's kind of where I'm at. On this.
Let me ask you this before we transition. So what's the time frame, in your opinion, that like a coach can leave? Like, okay, because obviously 1 year, no. Is it at least 2 years? You can leave?
Here's a great question. Here's what I have to say about it. I used to tell players this and players' parents in recruiting this all the time. Coach, man, you're a hot ticket right now on Netflix. If SC came calling you to go be the coordinator, are you leaving? I said, yeah. And they looked at me like, well, I asked the coach at Hutch that, and I asked the coach at Butler that, and they told me no way. I go, they're lying to you, homie. I'm not going to lie to you. Yes, I'm leaving to go to fucking USC. I'm from LA. It's home. They pay 7 figures. Yeah, I'm going. The odds of that are very, very minimal. And I'm going to do everything I'm telling you I'm going to do in your house right now out of respect and having my word as my bond. And I'm going to make it come to fruition. If I leave, it'll be that you can leave, or you can make sure you understand I'm going to put your kid in the best possible position to succeed with my replacement.
Right.
That's all I said. I never said, no, I'm not leaving, and then I leave. That's what these coaches do, and they've always done it for as long as I've been around. That's why I lose a lot of respect for a lot of
just be real, basically, what you're saying.
Yeah. Let's bring our main man in, man, our HBCU legend, our Alcorn State legendary coach, Coach Frederick. Bring him in. Fred is here.
Frederick. You got the stick. He clowning. JB must have finally sent them cigars out, huh?
Yep.
Damn, Smitty. Smitty. Hey, before we get started, man, that was pure comedy when you told Coach, hey man, keep looking at the camera. Let's see you cross it. You trying to set him up for a car accident.
Cold business. What?
I was like, wow, Smitty, really?
I knew he wasn't gonna do it, so that's why it was the joke, man. It was a joke.
Okay.
Hey, Fred, can you move over your camera? Can you move your mic over in the middle, the other way?
Camera over.
Yeah, and you over with the mic.
Yeah.
There
you go. Now you in the middle. Now you center, Coach. I saw you putting that work in on the Peloton though right before the show. Could we put the video back in? Video, baby. He was in there grinding, working on the Peloton, looking like me. I don't get on the Peloton, but I do work out, very heavily on this show. Let's see it for the fans one more time. Yeah.
Heavily on the show.
Yeah. Okay. Look at me. Looking lean.
You gonna smoke these, Smitty. You gotta do something.
Come on now. You gotta balance. You looking good, Coach, man. You look about 24 in this video. Lean.
I heard that.
2 plays left in your legs.
Fourth quarter only, baby.
Come on now. No, I love it, man.
Great show, man. Great show.
Yeah, and I appreciate you. How's everything been going? Are you off the road now? You kind of chilling?
Yeah.
Or what's the flow? Okay, got you.
Yeah, we actually got a day visit set up today. So we got some kids coming on campus a little bit later, and then we have a weekend official visit this weekend as well. So it's that time of year.
Got you. That time of year, man. Well, let's get straight to it, man. We gonna right out the gate. I think we got a pretty good topic here that we want to discuss with you, kind of saving for you here. So, Caitlin Clark, Bailey, we gonna get straight to it. Caitlin Clark wins Time Athlete of the Year, big time deal, and it was basically a part of her winning. In the magazine said that white privilege is something that she's been given or been the recipient of, and that the WNBA is built upon Black players, and that a lot of her not a lot of her success, like she's worked hard, but says she's definitely have been given the privilege because she's white. I don't know if we have the quote pulled up or video. Yeah, here we go. The full quote right here says there needs to be a better effort to elevate Black women in WNBA. I want to say I've earned every single thing, but as a white person, there is privilege. A lot of those players in the league that have been really good have been Black players. This league has kind of been built on them. The more we can appreciate that, highlight that, talk about that, and then continue to have the brands and companies invest in those players that have made this league incredible, I think is very important. I have to continue to try to change that. The more we can elevate Black women, it's going to be a beautiful thing. So this has been kind of all over the internet. Different opinions, of course, on both sides. I'll go to JB first. Let's let Coach Fred, kind of get his thoughts on this. But JB, start with you first. What's your, I guess, a take or opinion on this?
She succumbed to the wokeness. Here's the issue. Here's the problem I have. And I would love to ask Fred this. There's more black millionaire athletes than we've ever had in the history of the United States of America. This is 2024. We got to put an end to this shit. I ain't never benefited from no fucking white privilege. I ain't never benefited from the motherfucker. And I've only helped brothers my entire fucking life. So I'm tired of seeing this dumbass shit, especially spewed from this little white girl who just became an overnight sensation over the last 24 months. And now she's going to defend a 90% league that's black, who's has more options than we've ever seen, and say that she's benefiting from it and we need to help the sisters in this league out more. This is what I get cringeworthy again, dog. She succumbed to a league that is dominant by black players. I don't understand why she even needed to say it. The black players, Smitty, you came out on this show and said, why are y'all hating on this white girl? The black girls were hating on this white girl for how long? And now she has succumbed to the whole thing of the media push that she needs to defend already well-off sisters who we all love and respect in this game. I don't get it. I am pissed off because I'm a guy who's defended brothers and black folks his whole life and has a black daughter and has never benefited from it and would never say it. To me, it's
JB, I'll say this.
Slap in the face is what
I'll say this. Listen, I didn't live your life, so I can't tell you if you got white privilege or not. But I would say that, in my opinion, you probably are an outlier. If that's
but it has nothing to do with
never
you.
Received the white privilege in any form.
But before you
whether
defend
it's interviewing for a job, whether it's little stuff like that, I don't know though. But you could be an outlier, and we know your story is
that's fine and dandy.
White experience is what I'll say.
That's fine and dandy. That's fine and dandy.
You're not the typical everyday white man.
That's fine and dandy.
People who
that's all fine and dandy, but that has nothing to do with you. It never will have anything to do with you. Her statement is absolutely fucking ridiculous.
Well, I'm pretty sure she's getting interviewed. In all fairness, for this, she's getting interviewed. So we don't know what the leading question was, but I'm pretty positive Caitlin didn't just come out and just randomly say this. So whoever the
and I'm gonna be honest, dog,
something about this.
Smitty, I'm not the only white boy, though. I want to be clear. I'm not the only white boy. I'm sure you can ask Shaun King, you can ask Coach Fred. I'm not the only white boy that's from the hood. Like we need to stop that narrative too.
I ain't never said that.
I know you have. I'm trying to clear the narrative out.
Yeah.
There's a lot of poor, broke white motherfuckers that grew up with brothers all around the backwoods of every fucking place in the country. We got to stop with this fucking
But white
narrative.
privilege to me, and I mean everybody can look at it differently. I don't look at white privilege solely on your bank account. Like I don't think that's like the only correlation. Like, oh, you're white, so you got money, you got rich. I think it's more so just how you're viewed in certain scenarios. It's about the opportunities you get, about little things, about interview. And it's such a deep conversation, but I think it's deeper than just, oh, I'm poor, so I didn't get the privilege. I don't think it's that direct. But Coach Fred, jump in. I want to hear from an OG brother who's gonna have a different angle on this for sure.
Now, I think from her standpoint, and trying not to take it to the comic side, but I think she makes this comment in hopes that she's not Dennis Rodman the whole year like she was last year. Mm-hmm. And I think this is her way of saying that, hey, I'm with you guys. Right. I stand with you. But to Coach's point, she can never really tell that story because she's not of that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
She didn't grow up where Coach JB grew up. I'm sure her neighborhood, and I'm guessing, but I'm going to speculate that her neighborhood was probably 80-85% people that look like her. And she just happened to get really, really good. We coach a sport, man. And at the end of the day, I'm kind of like what Coach is saying, all those people are really well off. Nobody's struggling month to month. And if they're living check to check in the WNBA, that's because they choose to, right? So when you're talking about the aspect of how serious you want to make this, it's hard for me to get involved because you play a sport. At the end of the day, you play a sport.
Right.
You're entertaining. You're not out there curing cancer and all of that, but I get the seriousness of what she's saying. But then I think she's also took a risk in what she said and becoming, I think she's big enough to avoid it, but what do they call the cancel culture?
Yeah, for sure. Yeah.
I don't know how many more of these comments or statements that she can kind of, put out there for her well-being to continue on the way she's continuing on. I mean, now let's be honest. She can shoot the rock, but she ain't Agent Wilson either. You know what I mean?
Yeah, for sure.
When you come with it, and then you talk about
She ain't Juju.
athlete of the
She ain't
year.
Juju. At USC, she ain't Juju.
Juju's gonna be a bad girl, ain't no doubt. But even with getting this prestige honor, I mean, what did Asia do for the league? Asia was the Triple Crown. I mean, she did it all, right? Scoring, rebound, assists. She won all those, and
MVP,
she won a championship. MVP. Yep. Why isn't she on that cover? So I mean, you peel this onion back, man, and it just gets deeper and deeper. But I think her whole thing was just man, maybe if I kind of make this statement that I'm not trying to be all that, I won't get elbowed as much when we get back to the season. That kind of thing.
You know what, though, to your last point though, about like Asia Wilson as the example, like you said, why Asia wasn't on there. I think that's kind of like part of what Kaylin's point is. Like she's saying, like, hey, there's been incredible players in our league who've done far more than me at this point, who for whatever reason just didn't get the acknowledgement. But then, for me, I come in really good rookie year for sure. But at the end of the day, like you said, she ain't the best player in the league right now, or nothing like that. But she comes in.
The sport
and
needed something.
Everything.
The sport needed a joke. She became that joke.
100%, yeah.
That kind of thing. Just like, the NFL. We're still waiting on another Jason Sehorn. They drafted the one kid, DB. I can't think of his name. Yeah.
Cooper DeJean, and then yep. And that,
I don't know where he's at this year, but it has been a splash.
It's
always an anomaly. It's always an anomaly.
Yeah. But I think too, like if you guys, and I don't know how much. I know JB don't really care about WNBA, but like this year there was a lot of talk. There was like a lot of this race talk, not from her, not from the players themselves, from the fans and stuff. Obviously, it was her versus Angel Reese, and that started from college on into the NBA. So that right there just automatically it just started like nuances in conversation, and it was anytime like Kaylin Clark would get fouled bad in the game, crazy ass fans are reaching out to that player who, like JB said, a lot of them were black. Reached out to that player with like racial threats and stuff. So I think my assumption, of course, I don't know Kaylin Clark. I'm just guessing. She's looking at just everything that has encompassed over this last season, and she probably got asked a certain question specifically on this. And to your point, Coach Fred, she's trying to show them like, hey, we're together. I'm not trying to be bigger than y'all. I'm not trying to be like better. I'm one of y'all, and I think that's what she did.
And I think Coach could probably speak to this a little bit as well. To me, this is nothing different from the Magic Bird situation. The NBA was falling off. They had to find a star. Just so happened that Larry Bird was good for a long, long time.
Yeah.
They were both, I don't want to say dice game if they were going to be good in the NBA, but, Magic was the better prospect coming out of college. Just so happened that whole rivalry. Yeah. And it just set up that way. This is the same exact story.
Literally.
The same exact story. And we all know how that played out.
It's a joke
same
because
exact story.
She's not even the best basketball player, but she's the best athlete in the world. It's a joke. It shouldn't even be a conversation.
Transcending she was, though. I think it's bigger.
Is that the fucking award name, homie? Is it not Athlete of the Year, or is it the most transcending award year?
I mean, I hear you. You're right.
I think they were saying that,
we're talking. We're making up narratives, homie. She ain't better than Coco Gauff. She ain't better than fucking Simone Biles. She's not a better athlete than Kelly Korda or Nelly Korda, whatever her name is, the golfer that made $23 million on the golf course this year for a female. She's not better than fucking the tennis player. What's her name? Ranakuda or whatever. I might fuck her name up. I think she made $22 million as well. Emma girl, she's a tennis player. These are just some of the women I know. We're not even talking about Naomi Osaka or whatever. And we're not even talking about the best basketball players in the world. She's not even in her best in her sport. And now we're giving her credence on giving her a platform, which I think we cornered her into making a comment because we put her as athlete of the year. She's not even the best fucking athlete in her sport. How's she the best athlete of the year? Like, this is why they do this. That's why the media does this, homie. They want us to talk about it. And then now the unfortunate part is this little white girl from, I believe, West Des Moines, Iowa, which I don't know if there's a brother around besides fucking Big Titty.
There's no projects in
There's
Iowa.
no projects I know of. I don't think there's EBT cards either. Hell no.
I played for the Barnstormers. So a kid from Florida.
So did I. I played arena ball. I know in the Quad Cities.
Yeah.
Quad Cities is a fucking hood now.
Yeah. No, I'm ignorant. I'm just asking. I played Iowa Hawkeyes. That was the only time ever in Iowa. So I just assumed everybody had a hood somewhere. I didn't know that.
No. So, a kid from Florida and you go to Iowa and you're like, okay, you can always find something, at the hood, whatever, hang out, where the spot at, where the pool hall. Nah.
Now sports is the transcending person we're not to worry about. That's the problem. That's why media
to your point, though, I want to emphasize what you just said, though. Like, you said you feel like Kevin Clark's kind of cornered. I actually agree with that. Like, 'cause I think Kevin Clark, just from what I see, and I think I'm a pretty good reader of people, I think she's a good person, and she just want to hoop. I really think she just want to hoop. I know Coach Frey disagree. I think she just want to hoop. But I think because her brand's so big, she has to answer everything else.
But that's the problem. She just hooped, and everyone out there, a lot of these race baiters, the black females of the Cheryl Swoops, and all these people that attacked this girl who just wanted to hoop, where you had to have black men defending her, and Charles Barkley and Shaq and all these men that came out and was like, hold up, why are you trying to put this girl down? You, Smitty, came on this show and was like, man, I don't know why these girls are hating on her like this when we're forearm checking her in the game and we were doing all these things.
She was getting hate for sure.
Let it play, and now we're turning it into a political stance, and now the girl's going to take
He's a spokesman.
Now she's going to take heat from the white side of her race that are going to be the pro-Trumpers and all these other people are going to now, oh, fuck, she's woke now. Yeah. Why did you see what I'm saying?
That's why I said she's running the risk of being canceled.
But there's nothing she can do, though. It's a lose-lose either way. If she don't speak up on it, it's like you got that platform, and now the black people, the black girls, man. If she speak on it, now the white people, man. So that's why at the end of the day, man, just do you. That's the message, because you can't make everybody happy. That's what I've learned in my short almost 31 years of life. You can't make everybody. Somebody's gonna be mad at you, Coach Fred. So you might as well just be who you want to be, speak on what you want to speak on, because JB gonna be mad at you. I'm gonna be mad. Somebody gonna be mad at you. So just do you.
Yeah. But I need to mark this down, man. This might have been the first time I've ever heard you agree with Coach JB on a tape. Like, this is.
I don't know if he agreed, really.
We agree a lot on stuff.
He said, he's like, I agree with you, Coach. And that's why I was taken back. Like, what?
All right, we got a video. I want to show this one video before we move on about this, though.
Us as black women, Paige reminds me a lot of you. Like, you say you're not really about me. And she knows how her privilege has gotten her to that point. And also, like, she's good at basketball, obviously. But, like, she understands her privilege. It's like what pushes her over the top in a sense. It reminds me a lot of you. And I mean, that's a compliment.
What a fucking joke. What a fucking joke.
Situations like that, man, I think are set up for the camera. You know what I mean? Like,
come on.
That to me is staged.
I'm about to say I'm wondering why, because it looked like a more of a private, separate conversation. I'm like, why is that?
So, Smitty, let me ask you something, Smitty. Are those black girls racist?
Nah.
If white girls said it, they would be racist, homie. Like, what do you mean?
JB, hold on.
Like, that's the problem we have, though. That's the issue, is what I'm saying.
She's racist because she's acknowledging that there's white privilege. I don't think that makes you racist, in my opinion. I don't think that's the.
But if a white person said it, you would say it's racist.
Do we all agree that there is a such thing as white privilege, or no? I'm just curious of what y'all think.
If what?
Oh yeah.
If what?
Okay,
I wholeheartedly do.
Okay, so for Coach JB, do you agree that there is a thing like called white privilege? Like, is there white privilege, or you think there's not?
There is, but there is now.
So somebody acknowledges that. That don't mean that it's.
But can I be honest?
racist.
In 2024, there is black privilege too. We're not in the 60s, homie. We got to get to the fucking point of the truth. The truth is we're not in the 50s no more. And I understand the ancestral.
Like you ain't got to go back that far, JB.
Okay,
There's still shit that happens every day. That's
when you say black privilege, what do you mean, Coach?
Yeah.
What I mean is now we have, we point out athletically, because this is an athletic conversation that we've turned political.
Okay. I see where you're going.
And when I talk about black privilege now, then it's 90% black in the NFL. It's 95% black in the NBA. It's 90% athletically black ran as a player. So I'm always going to defend the fact that black players have always been the cornerstone of greatness in this league or in these leagues. So when I always come out and defend this with Smitty, as far as the white coach and the white owner and the white GM, I've been on record saying there needs to be a black owner or a GM to hire a black coach in the future to get more black coaches in there. Stop doing the Rooney Rule thing. Stop being the token guy. Stop being the token and taking the interview. Say, no, you're getting slapped in the face. Well, flip that coin, and now I'm saying, okay, well, hold on. There's pockets of racism everywhere on both sides of the fence. The issue is in 2024, though, we have seen more blacks benefit from sports, entertainment, etc., than we have ever seen. And I just don't agree when we go say, all right, well, we're still being held down for what, my ancestors went through. I get what they went through. Trust me. I don't get it because I'm not black, but I get it. And then I'm like, all right, well, when are we going to get over that to teach our babies, our youth, when I have a black daughter, by the way, to teach them, hey, listen, you got to move fucking forward in this approach now and stop looking backwards. We don't have rearview mirrors no more. We got to stop doing that because we're never going to grow. Never going to grow. And I say we because I'm fucking from there. We're never going to grow. And I'm going to tell my kids that the same way.
We don't have enough time for this conversation. So, I agree. Like, obviously, I don't have no quote unquote. We always talk about the victim-based victimhood mentality. No, I don't believe in that because, to your point, you can't grow if you just continue to say, woe is me, right? You can't always say that. But I want to be careful in saying that, too, though, because I still think that it's okay to acknowledge stuff. Like, a lot of times people want to just forget the past and say it didn't happen and ignore it and just and just erase history.
I'm not saying ignore it. I'm not saying ignore it.
It did happen. So I think it's okay for us to know it and educate our young black kids of what happened, but also on the same breath be like, okay, that happened. There's nothing you can do about that, though. Control what you can control today and how you can move forward and take advantage of the time you live in right now. So it's kind of twofold there.
I'm not going to take away your history. I'm not going to sit here and say
things that happened in the past that again, it's not about being a victim, it's about just actual facts.
But if I live in the past,
that literally impacted black families. Like I know we don't want to hear it and people get, oh my gosh. It's a fact. Like,
but listen, if I lived in the past, then I'm never going to. It's going to deter me from moving forward into the future.
1,000%.
I'm just saying, when are we going to stop with that? That's where I have the issue with the whole victim mentality stuff. When I talk to these kids and they're talking about what their daddy told them that their great grandfather went through, and I'm like, look, I get it. I don't get it because I'm not black, but I understand your struggle. But at the same time, dog, not every white person is out to get you. Not every Latino is out to get you. You can honestly say that there's a lot of benefit you got from white folks helping you out in certain places, in certain areas, in your career or in your life. We all have that. I have a black person that helped me do something. Yeah. We got to start using it as a gray area box and start saying, all right, we're just fucking people. I understand we don't say that enough.
Nothing is everything, right? Like, it's not all white people, all black people, all this, all that, all like, no, I don't like using words like all.
But Smitty, I would ask you before we move on, I would just ask you, and I know this is a long-winded thing, we got to move on. I would just ask you, though, how much do you actually look backwards and say, all right, well, do you ever catch yourself like I'm living in the past sometimes? Like,
no, I don't live in the past, but I think it's like we're uncomfortable talking about the shit that our people went through. So it's like we want to just avoid it. I'm like, nah, that happened in the 60s. They don't have any impact on anything today. That's just not true. Like, it is an actual fact that if you're white, you had a head start in this race of life. And again, I'm not saying it's JB's literal fault. It's not, you can't control what your great-great-grandfather maybe did or whatever. And it's not, and you know, and same thing with us. So I'm not saying as a black man, I'm going to use that as my excuse of, oh, well, I'll never be successful because my granddaddy was a slave. No, that's a loser's mindset. I'm not saying that, but I am going to acknowledge that, well, shit, I didn't start the same way off that a lot of people started off with. And there are some reasons behind that. Some of those reasons are self-made because of whether your parents didn't make smart decisions, your grandparents. So some of it we got to take our own ownership to as black people, 100%. But let's call a spade a spade. There were things, there were rules and laws and Jim Crow things put in place that wasn't that long ago that did impact families, and that's just the actual fact. Like, am I tripping on that, Coach Fred?
No, nothing is everything.
Yeah,
nothing's everything. You know what I mean? Like, nothing's everything. Meaning,
my only argument to you, Smitty, the only argument I would say to you, you're 30 years old, unless you're a historic buff or a history buff. I don't know if you can just go off of other people's words without actually doing a deep dive, because I know a lot of white folks.
I'm speaking on stuff that I've educated myself on, or either like I'm not just making shit up.
Yeah. But I'm just gonna. But I gotta just defend the truth. A lot of immigrants that weren't black came over here as slaves too, and white folks were slaves, and French and Italians and all kind of other shit. Immigrants that came into this country.
But who would have? Come on, JB.
I'm saying, but you say, come on, JB, like that because we only speak of it in black terms.
I know, we all know it's other slaves. There were black slave owners in certain places. And
that's fucking right, there was,
yeah. But I'm saying we know here in America what was going down. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah.
But again, I'm not saying that to use that to say, well, we'll never. I'm just saying it's okay to acknowledge what happened and talk about that, even if it's uncomfortable, but don't use it as a crutch to your life moving forward. That's my overall summary of my take.
Yeah. Let's move on to sports before Fred gets out of here, because we got a take that we didn't get to yet that we need. It's
over 9 o'clock.
I know. I didn't even realize. See, that we could talk about this forever. We got the top 5, right?
Yep, it's already it's on the list. Bring it up, Bailey. Coach JB's top 5 coaches in the hot seat in the NFL. Let's hear it, JB.
Fred, I want to get your take on this. I think Antonio Pierce, unfortunately, a brother has 1 year and is done year. This is the problem I have in the NFL. This is the problem I have in college football as well. Not only both coaches leaving and taking another job, also guys not getting a opportunity. He had 0 quarterback play and 0 QBs in that place. He lost Devontae Adams. Do I believe Antonio Pierce is a great head coach? No. I've coached against him. I grew up with him. I don't believe he was the guy that should have been the coach. That's just me being a coach. But having said that, I also, if you're going to hire him, then you need to give him the tools that you allowed him to have and give him the autonomy to be, at least show you that he can either fail or succeed. I don't believe he's been given those things. So I think he's going to be on a short leash, unfortunately. Doug Peterson, Super Bowl winning champ, I think he's on the hot seat as well. Mike McCarthy, everyone knows, the most watched coach in this whole thing. Brian Daboll at New York, I think he's on the last part of his stay. And then Kevin Stefanski is going to be the victim, I believe, of the Deshaun Watson contract. So that's my 5. Smitty, Coach, I don't know if you guys have a different group or a couple guys moving around in there, but those who I think are on the hottest seats, because the hottest seat guys got fired already.
Right.
That's why you got to make sure in context. Guys already got fired.
I think I would put Doug Peterson above AP. Honestly, right now, just because of like the expectations for the Jaguars coming into the season was to be like fighting with the Texans to win the AFC South. Just last year they were like 8-5 or something along those lines, and then they just went on a losing streak and then missed the playoffs. So it's just been multiple years of like just bad football with a lot of talent on that team. So I just think because of expectations, because of who they have on that team from a talent standpoint, the fact that they've proven that they can win games with that talent, but they can't finish. They can't finish. I think that puts a bigger or a hotter seat on Doug Peterson, where AP, he took over halfway last season. I think later than halfway. It's his first full season with a young team. Don't have a franchise quarterback yet. I think AP has like another full year under his belt to like, all right, Maybe go out there and draft Shador. Maybe go out there, like, you know, really be able to, like, incorporate the AP culture within his team and then see what he do. So, like, for me, that's the one thing that stands out for me, Coach Fred.
I think you move 4 and 5 up to 1 and 2. And I think that whoever, and like you said, I think 5 takes the fall for that ridiculous contract that they gave Watson. And, you know, the quarterback situation for New York, who's no longer there, they had an opportunity to come off of him and get something for him a few years ago, and they stood 10 toes down on him, and now he's no longer there. I think that gets you out of there quicker than anything. And then if AP can just keep it from turning into a huge dumpster fire, I would think that he would have one more. And then number 3, you just don't know what they're going to do. One minute, you know, Jerry's saying he's my guy. The next minute, he's not even talking about him or acknowledging it. So, you know, I thought for sure, Coach, that number 3 would have been one of those guys that's already gone. But, you know, he's still there, so I don't know what that move's going to look like. But
I think Brian Daboll is a victim of a horrible GM and a horrible owner and a
I agree with that.
organization. I think Daniel Jones is a victim of it. I think he's a victim of it. I think they never had a shot. When they had a decent leadership group there, they went to the playoffs. He won a playoff game. They actually looked great together. Ever since then, it's been a shit show. You got rid of your best asset. I just don't see how you can maneuver. I think he'll be victim of getting fired for that reason alone. They probably
whoever made that move to get rid of Saquon needs to go with him, because if you have struggling quarterback play, you can't take away the one weapon that you have and then draft a receiver. Because what do you have now to hold him? Nothing.
Right. And I think Brian Daboll, I'm pretty sure he wanted to keep Saquon. Saquon had an interview not too long ago. And
he wanted to keep him.
He said him and Daboll are like still cool. Like
No coach is going to get rid of him unless you're a fucking idiot. Like, there's no coach going to get rid of him. Hey, real quick, Fred, there's rumors out there like Ray Lewis wants to get involved in coaching, similar to the Ed Reed deal. And it seems to be like always going, everyone wants to start at the HBCU level, right? They start there. They think that's like the fucking, I don't know, JUCO of entry-level coaching or something. I don't get it. But Ed Reed, you got Michael Vick's name being thrown around. You got Ray Lewis. You got all these names out there being thrown around in this thing. Where are you at with the possibility of a couple of these guys getting jobs now that you have had a few open up in your conference?
I think I'll speak to the Michael Vick. From what I understand within the circles, that's like a real thing. And I think that they are seeing it at that university, they're seeing it as a splash hire. It's more of
Is it because it's Virginia?
Yes. What that does for us, as a university.
Like Eddie George.
Yeah. And that's what they're hoping for. Eddie George, it took him a long time, but he stayed put, year 5, finally breaks in, makes the playoffs. But I think a lot of these guys, like, who's Michael Vick going to hire? I don't think they really truly understand the grind of a college coach, so to speak. As a player, he was spectacular. But the day-to-day.
Hey, Eddie will tell you straight out, I don't need to lie. Eddie called me every day, year 1. He had me clinic his staff. He had me teach him how to recruit. Eddie will tell you that on this show if I bring him on. Eddie and I are really close. He hired one of my coaches. Seth Hessness is on his staff right now, who coached me at Indy. He was like, Coach JB, he knew the deal. He knew why he got hired. He still does his other job.
Yeah.
Like, you ain't giving up that money. So now he's like, I think he went from liking the idea to now loving the job. And he learned and he got the opportunity to stay on the job and do it. Because I'm telling you,
that's the thing. Yeah.
He replaced the brother that was winning there.
Yeah.
People don't talk about that
expectation.
Shit. Yeah.
But, and you hit on the point when you talk about Ray Lewis, like, baby Ray, we grew up in the same neighborhood. He does so much that I don't think the college game is for. You know
it's
what I
not
mean?
fair though to the kids. That was the thing I told Eddie. I said, Eddie, you got to be all in on this thing because it's not fair to these babies if you're doing 3 other things because of who you are. Like Deion, that was my thing with Deion in the beginning. Is Deion really coaching? Is he doing barstool and commercials? And is this where he wants to go? Now you can tell they do commercials of him now. He's not approaching, like you can tell the difference. He's a coach right now, like first. Right. You know what I mean? That's where I don't know where some of these guys will be.
And some of it is just kind of, I don't want to say disrespectful, but some of it is kind of disrespect to guys that have put in the work to get these opportunities. And, you know, again, everybody's got to start somewhere. You know, you're not born a coach, you know, so first-year guys just got to get an opportunity to be a first-year guy. But they always say you got to have experience. I put the work in, and I'm going to interview, and as I'm leaving the interview, JJ Redick's walking in the door.
You already know. Yep. Yeah. Hey, I had Marshall Falk on here, and Marshall and I talked before we end the show. Smitty, I know you got to get out. Marshall Falk came on the show and was like, look, man, Marvin Lewis took an interview with the Cowboys last night. And then this morning, Mike McCarthy's hired. You knew, and your agent knew. And that was a Rooney Rule shit, slap in the face shit we were just talking about. That's why I'm like, man, I know Marvin forever. I'm like, dude, Hugh Jackson did the same thing. He took these interviews. And then they tell me personally, hey, JB, we got to take those interviews because
it's the only chance you got.
Well, now they're priced.
The way it looks.
Yeah, it had nothing to do with it. They know they're not getting a job. It's about the optic on the next job for their agent to put on the resume. And they know they're not going to get the job.
You're saying. So, like, it's more so like, hey, well, he didn't get hired, but the Cowboys did. Was interested in Coach Fred or what? Yeah.
That's why Marshall and I were like, you got to stop.
Yeah, we offered JB a chance to come interview. JB didn't show up for the interview. He turned it down. So I don't believe he wants to coach.
Gotcha.
And now that narrative is put out there. Now nobody, even though Smitty want to hire JB, well, 2 teams told me JB didn't even show up for the interview. So why waste my time? You know, that kind of thing. It's just
why was the Rooney Rule put in place, y'all?
It's supposed to give brothers a fair opportunity at those jobs.
Because before that, they felt like we weren't getting it.
You couldn't get the interview.
Put in place or why?
I was asking why, because I'm young, I'm 30 years old, so y'all older than me, so I want to ask the OGs. I want to get clarity. What Coach Fred said is what I thought, but I want to get clarity on why. So that's all I wanted to know.
I couldn't get in the door. I couldn't get in the door for the interview, so they came.
And it was
up with
around
that
the
deal.
same time that the AFCA created the Black Coaches Association as well.
Yeah.
And then they had and then they also did like a Christian Fellowship Association as well. And then they created these groups inside the AFCA, which is the American Football Coaches Association. Yep. They created these things. And then the Rooney Rule got on with the Black Coaches Association. And it's like a hub inside of the big hub. And then they created this Rooney Rule that, because Art Rooney or whatever started interviewing black coaches back in the day. So they named it the Rooney Rule.
First one after him.
Yeah. First one, yeah. And then they started doing it, and then became like what we now call DEI. They started doing it out of it's a backhanded slap. Oh, we're just giving them a token interview. And Marshall Falk and Ray Lewis and Eddie George, we've had these conversations privately smoking a cigar to slap in our face. Like, you got to stop doing the interview as hard as it sounds to do, because we know we have to do it to get it on our resume. As hard as that sounds, to make change, you got to do what? Sacrifice.
So, and I know we got to go. My bigger point in asking that, JB, know I'm always being sarcastic, but the reason why I asked that, we were talking about white privilege earlier. Ain't that an example of white privilege? And that shit wasn't that long ago. So I do got to go though. We can talk about this maybe more so next week. But I mean,
you can't leave like that.
Fred said we can't get our foot in the. He couldn't get his foot in the door. That's a problem. I'm just saying. So
we created a backhanded slap. So we created. See that you're considered a race baiter.
No, I'm
you are. You just did it. You just did it right now.
Said he couldn't get his foot in the door. Despite his resume.
You knew what you
I asked the question. Y'all gave me the answer. Now, JB, I did not know about the AFCA. I know nothing. So thanks for giving me the details.
I know you didn't. That's why you tried to sign out the door. You tried to sign Fred, he tried to sign out the door.
That's an example of white privilege. So everybody talking shit and being ignorant.
So are you not saying
coaches couldn't get opportunities? So a rule got put in place. So maybe I'm the lunatic over here that thinks that there's racism that still exists in certain in the world, in America, in profession. I'm the lunatic, but we just got an actual fact that qualified black coaches could not get their foot in the door.
It's not the fact no more, though.
Place to get
That's
their
what
foot
we're
in the door.
saying.
Come on,
we're saying it's a slap in the face, though, homie. What are you talking about?
I'm done talking. It's good.
Hey, before we close, man, I got to make a point.
I got secondhand embarrassment for my boy.
It was the segment before I came on, and JB, you played that video, and I'm dying laughing. I actually spilled my coffee, where you were talking about the transfers, and you go, "I'm so sick and tired of these motherfuckers talking about God told me to do it." I'm like, my friends, you motherfuckers, God didn't tell you to do that shit. I'm like, damn. And I said that me.
Hey, Fred.
He did say that, didn't he, Coach Fred? I forgot.
Hey, Fred.
Let him use you, JB. Let him use you.
Hey, Big Smitty's new name's Jemele Hill.
Say what y'all want to
Get it
call
started
it, man.
in here. I see it. Get it started in here.
Nothing I said was opinion. Everything I said was a fact. So it's all good.
Smitty start making me dip again, homie.
2 + 2 is 4, homie.
Smitty gonna start making me dip.
Two things can be true at once.
Was the before the Rooney Rule? Were there black coaches?
I saw you saying that because you saw Chris commenting in there, so I appreciate you reading it out loud. Make sure you give Chris her credit for saying the comment. Yes, there were a small handful, but there was a reason. There was a reason why the rules in play. It's common sense.
Hold on, time out. I'm confused on what
the comment you just made, JB, was like, "I got a black friend. I'm not racist." That's the equivalent of what you just asked me. Was there black coaches in the NFL?
I asked you a question.
There, so now I guess that's good.
I was asking you a question. Were there black coaches before the Rooney Rule?
You tell me, homie. You older than me. You tell me, homie.
The Rooney Rule's not that old.
You tell me, homie.
The Rooney Rule's not that old. You act like the Rooney Rule's been around since the 50s or something.
I didn't say that. That's my actual point.
The Rooney Rule was just put in place not too long ago. It's
That's
not
my
like
actual point. But you said it's 2024. There's no more privilege. It's black privilege more than white privilege. So I'm trying to prove your point that motherfucker is still going on.
No, first of all, I don't even have the chat up right now. I'm on Google and I'm looking at black coaches and I'm looking at the
I'm
Rooney
messing
Rule.
with JB. You and Chris asked the exact same question, the exact same verbiage. I'm messing with you though. That's all I said that.
Let me go back to the chat. I'm gonna go see. Where is it? I'm literally climbing. I wish I could record it. I see. Smitty stopped crying. She said, "Oh, I have a question for Smitty. Was there any black coaches before the Rooney Rule?"
I'm just saying that timing was immaculate.
It's almost a question, but I'm asking before the Rooney Rule. It's only 20 years old, if not even that. Not even 20 years old.
Right.
It was more about head coaches, Smitty. Not assistant coaches. More about
I know a lot of black coaches, homie, that's been coaching long before the Rooney Rule.
I was talking about head coaches.
I know personal coaches that have been coaching around. I mean, there's been some guys.
Coaches. Yeah.
Dennis Green was a great one. I'm just saying. Our main man, now Herm Edwards, has been coaching for a long time. Tony Dungy, Caldwell, a lot of guys. But I'm just saying, Archell's one of the first ones. There's guys out there. And then Vince Evans, who played quarterback, who got blackballed for a lot of reasons, and the backup quarterback for Terry Bradshaw, who was better than Terry Bradshaw, got blackballed for a lot of reasons. People talk about it all the time, but then you talk to coaches and players, and they're like, "Man, the motherfucker really couldn't read no coverage." Yeah, he had a better arm. Motherfucker was legit. But then you do a deep dive and like, well, Terry understood everything. He wasn't as talented. But I know that from coaching and recruiting, homie, my whole life. You know how many motherfuckers I wish could have started, but couldn't?
Yeah.
Shit. The same with coaching, homie.
I hear you, Coach Fred.
Just stay like this the whole time.
What's in that red cup, Smitty?
Don't ask what's in my cup. It's my cup.
Jemele Hill juice. Hey, been a great show. Been a great show, y'all. Been a great show. Appreciate you guys, Fred, Gio, Noel, Big Smitty, and I. Appreciate everybody. Pound that like, subscribe, become a member of our new show. We'll be back tomorrow. It is Truth Telling Thursday already. Primetime Rams, Niners. Probably be the thumbnail. And we'll dive into that. You know what's crazy? Do you know Darvin Ham went 12-0 in this play-in tournament?
Won it.
Won the whole shit. I forgot all about it, but they fired that motherfucker for this dude. And now look, that's white privilege, homie. Hey,
hey, y'all. Thanks, Coach Fred. You have a good one. We gonna see you again. Chat. Appreciate y'all. Love y'all. Even though y'all crazy as hell.
Hey, Coach, hit me up after this, man.
All right,
bet.
Yeah.
Hit that subscribe button, y'all. Like, subscribe, become a member. It's 9:30. I didn't get y'all dinner in 4 hours. I gotta go. I got shit to do. So
9:20.
Close it out.
9:20.
I'll see y'all when I see y'all.
9:20, homie.
Peace.
Peace.